Morning, gamer. It is Gaming Morning Show. It is Thursday, December 31st, 2021, and we are hanging out with you for a total of 3 hours. Action-packed hours. Compact hours. Everything condensed into 3 hours of wholesome goodness you won't find anywhere else, maybe. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I am Ryan. That is Mike. It is Sean. We are hanging out with you until I said 9 a.m. Pacific time. We got This Day in Gaming History. We do, actually. Birthdays as well, and Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news coming up. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
It's
Thursday. I love Thursday.
I did something impressive last night. I hung lights in my garage.
What?
So I'm basically like an electrician, garage remodeler, and carpenter. I'm pretty sure that's how it works now. So,
Wait, what kind of lights?
lights that make the room bright.
Okay, they're not like party lights.
Ooh, maybe that would be sick. No, it's just like the lights that you walk in and then they go when they turn on, and then you have light and you can see stuff. Because we had like 4 or 5 lights in the garage. I don't know why, but that's what we had. What do you call those things that the lights, like fluorescent tubes, go into? Fixtures?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hubs?
Cans.
That's true. I've heard them called cans before.
Lighthouses.
But we only need 2 now. And we had 5, so that shows you how much more efficient lights are nowadays. Good morning, Mike.
Morning. It's sorry, I had to close the blinds. We had some snow that they definitely called for last night.
Nice.
And, so everything's very blinding.
It's beginning to look a lot like New Year's Eve.
True. It's beginning to look a lot like I have to shovel my driveway.
Is the weather outside frightful?
Yes, it's icy. It's very icy.
But what about the fire inside?
Yeah, like are they
it's
fairly
pretty
delightful?
delightful.
Okay.
I have to work on it. It's a gas fireplace. It's making soot on the glass. First world problems.
Is it a winter wonderland?
Sure, yeah, we can go with that.
Okay. Do you actually
I sometimes wonder about the land.
Did you actually like cold weather sports or activities? Like I generally like sledding. I generally like snowboarding. But I don't really like snow otherwise.
Yeah, growing up in the Northeast, it was always really cold in the winter and snowy, so you just kind of got used to it. So, I mean, I don't really enjoy walking back up the hill, but that's mostly because of my girth. But yeah, it can be fun.
Sean?
I love snowboarding. I don't mind the cold in general. I don't like the wet. Yeah. So snow, I'm good with the snow because it feels less. Just everything's wet and gross. But cold, dry, I think is my preferred. But snowboarding is amazing.
I like when it's real cold and snows because then you get the powdery snow, and then I can clean off my car with a leaf blower.
Yeah.
So then it's really easy. Yeah. And shockingly enough, we can add it to the list. At one point in my life, I worked as a ski lift operator for 2 winters, and so yeah, you just kind of get used to it.
How long is your resume?
No, we don't. It's not really on the resume.
The book of Mike is gonna be 17 pages about jobs. Holy cow!
Yep. I worked at camp, so it was a seasonal job. So you just kind of found stuff to make up through the other seasons. So I won't say any other ones because it's more fun as we talk. Through
Absolutely.
The show.
This is great.
Just add it to the list.
You're like an
you have your mispronunciation counter. You could probably have a job counter, and I'd be up to like 40 by now.
What am I up to on the mispronunciation? Oh, I don't even have that built on this screen. I got to make sure I add that over to this one. Yeah. Good morning, Dr. Chick. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. It is the last day of 2020 that I think many likely welcome. But again,
we hope.
where are you at? Where are you at on your terms of service reading, Mike? Did you get through all
I'm on,
of the
page
terms
63
for 2021? Anything we should be aware of?
Murder hornets are still on the table, and zombie deer apparently come back in May.
They do every May, right?
Yeah.
I will admit one of my garage lights is fairly askew in terms of its right angle to the wall. I kind of missed the mark, and so it's a little bit of a slant. I call it a design element. So, it's all right.
It makes your house individual.
It does. It's one of a kind. But the good news is they work, and that's what I was hoping for. I did have several bad Apex games yesterday. Like, it was just absurdly bad how poorly we played. So that's how I kind of ended my night. In between, I walked the foster dog, and I listened to Full Circle Podcast, which is a podcast from thegamefanatics.com. Odell does that podcast every single week. And I just threw it into my phone, if you will, and leave the house. I fast forward always. In podcasts, I usually fast forward at least like 3 minutes just to get to the subject matter as opposed to all the, beginning stuff. Yeah.
This?
Thank you for translating exactly what I was saying. Intros don't matter. And guess whose voice I heard? Wallstormer. I'm just sitting there just walking along, and I'm like, that sounds like Josh. And so sure enough, I actually look at the description that somebody took the time to write about the podcast, and it was Wallstormer as a guest on Full Circle. And so I'm only halfway through the episode, but I just thought that was funny. I sent him a message on Discord. I'm like, this must have been the podcast that you were referring to earlier. So all right.
That's very funny.
We got all of this going on this morning. Coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time-ish, we're going to have our world premiere of the GMS thank you video for 2020, thanking everybody who made us part of their day and let us be part of their day over the course of 2020. And you can see in the top right corner, it's the New Year's Eve Twitch Sings finale, a countdown timer. We are less than 7 hours away from Chris M. Yee's New Year's Eve finale with Twitch Sings. That comes your way at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Did you get him?
I got him.
One's behind me. That's
It
Mike.
took an entire clip and then a shot from my shotgun, but I got him.
Behind me?
Oh, he's got those dual Diamatis.
Are we?
I've been reading that the Twitter.
Sean, did you not get one?
What?
They hate.
Sean, did you not kill one?
I killed one. He had a friend.
Did you kill him dead though?
Oh, he's right there. Oh, we're not playing the gunfight thing. We need to switch to that, right?
Yeah, it's just TDM.
I'm sitting here trying to wait till we get the whole thing finished, and I was like, what's going on?
Why am I respawning so quickly? This is crazy.
Well, I hadn't died yet.
Oh.
Well, look at me. I'm Ryan. I don't die. I'm really good.
That's Ryan's roundabout way of being like, look how great I am. Everybody.
Why you guys dying all the time?
Why you gotta be so dead? That's Taylor Swift's new hit single for 2021, starring Ryan Gosling.
It is New Year's Eve, of course, so we are asking you about New Year's Eve celebrations in non-pandemic times. What are your usual plans? Because I don't know about you, but I remember the grown-ups in my life, parents and whatnot, when I was a kid, almost did the same exact thing almost every year. And I don't feel like I've done that. This guy it's bobbying in the middle of the thing, but looking straight. That was really confusing. So I always kind of assume that that's how most people do it, but I haven't really fallen into that trap as an adult. I don't know if trap's the right word, but that routine.
I'm lame, so we don't do anything. We just I usually fight with my wife to stay awake till midnight. And then since we have a bazillion kids, we just do like party, food, and usually celebrate the English New Year because the kids we don't like them staying up till midnight because then they become like psychopaths. But yeah, so we do it low key. Yeah, we I don't think we've ever done like I vaguely remember my parents having like parties with their friends, and then I'd have parties with my friends, and obviously never do anything wrong because we were responsible.
We were the good kids.
Yeah, we were the good kids. We didn't break into my parents' liquor cabinet or whatever.
What is this guy doing? He just did a 360 ninja kick on the back stairs. I don't understand. Is he trying to get some challenges done or something? What is going on? That's you. And he booped me in the face with a knife.
Mozzarella sticks are the only real tradition I like.
It's a good tradition, though. If you're going to have one, make it mozzarella sticks.
We don't have any like set plans really for New Year's Eve either. We usually, because my parents live here in town and our kids have been young enough, we usually get together with them and play cards and have dinner and sometimes stay up till midnight.
Sometimes. That's the other thing too. I always remember my parents always were out past midnight. Like that was always the case. So I always assumed that everybody did that. And then as I've gotten older, it's like, oh gosh, we gotta stay up till midnight. Woof! Let's go. Let's lock in here. Although I could say now, go back to this topic of like gaming and communities around gaming, being able to play games with friends until midnight plus. Yeah, absolutely. And I think probably Fortnite, I imagine's done it, where they've had like probably a New Year's Eve event or something where there's a countdown, I imagine. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but that seems something like what Fortnite would do. And so there's a way that you can kind of integrate the two worlds. So we're asking you this morning, what is your usual New Year's Eve activity if you do have one that is of a routine? And what is your best New Year's Eve memory? Has something really cool or memorable happened to you on this day that happens at the end of each year? I always find it interesting too that technically like New Year's Day is the holiday, right? But right. I always remember or think in terms of New Year's Eve as like the moment.
That's the exciting one.
Yeah. So
New Year's Day is where you recoup from New Year's Eve.
Even as a kid, you'd be up, way past your normal bedtime if your parents allow, or if your family allowed, and therefore, like you'd wake up the next day and you'd be like, "Gosh, gotta recover. I'm tired." You take a nap that you hadn't taken in 14 years. Like that was something that I thought about today. It is 6:20 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks for hanging out with this Gaming Morning Show. Continues. So we're asking you that question. If you didn't know, many cities throughout the world go out to celebrate the exciting night in non-pandemic times. Places like New York City, Sydney, Bangkok, Dubai, Cape Town, London, and Las Vegas all celebrate it. That's according to nationaldaycalendar.com. In Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries, according to the website, it is a tradition to eat 12 grapes during the countdown to midnight, symbolizing hopes for the new year. Around the world, eating anything in the form of a circle or ring symbolizes coming full circle and is considered good luck. So, you making any ring food, Sean?
No, but when you say eat 12 grapes in the countdown to New Year's, in my mind, you mean specifically like
10, 9,
10,
8.
And you're like, oh,
Yep.
I had the same thought, and then
and
I realized
I'm sure that's not what it
choke.
actually means, but it sounds funny.
Can you not eat 12 grapes in 12 seconds?
Bet.
All right, go get 12 grapes for me, Sean. We got to do a test on Gaming Morning Show. Here's a couple of other fun days of the day. It's No Interruptions Day. Leap second time.
What day is it?
It's No Interruptions Day.
Is it?
Leap
Can we
second
do
time
interruptions?
adjustment day. Make up your mind day. National Champagne Day, New Year's Eve, and Universal Hour of Peace Day.
Is there
Like
like a
how they-
description for the leap?
So it's No
second
Interruptions
time
Day.
adjustment day.
Leap second time adjustment day.
Can you read the description for that?
Sure, yeah. So it's No Interruptions Day. Leap second time.
No, the other one.
It's not repeating yourself day, right? I'll have to look it up, but yes, I can. Second hour. Stay tuned. If you've ever wondered what a camera looks like mounted to a Beetle, we'll have that story for you coming up later. And
I
of
love
course,
this one.
in sports, there's that wonderful moment where you've culminated the year hoisting a championship trophy. But for one college football player, it ended in a disaster. We'll tell you about that coming up in a little bit as well. And there's news about these OLED displays that are transparent. Apparently, they've been around in like demo versions for a while. Thank you for saving my life. But this is kind of ahead of CES, which is the big show that happens in the very beginning of very beginning of each year. I like how I respawn right as position to get shot. That doesn't seem kind. So we have all those stories coming up for you as well, including this day in gaming history and birthdays. After this game concludes, we will have Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News.
Oh no! There's so many of them.
Sounded like
3, in fact.
There's 3.
Oh.
These guys are really good at hiding.
There's one guy that's really good at killing me while I try to kill his teammates. It's kind of annoying.
Haha, I blew him up. Kablooies.
Kablamos?
I'm still really curious what leap second time adjustment like. Is that maybe that's why that guy was doing those 360s
He knows.
because he's trying to adjust his leap the second time.
I do like in that list how New Year's Day is just haphazardly in the middle. Like it's not at the beginning or the end. It's just like, oh, and New Year's Eve. Oh, and then these things.
Uh-oh. Good morning, Kiki Lo. Thanks for being here, Gaming Morning Show.
Kiki.
On the mobile. I know how that feels. Yesterday I was playing with Chris M.E. On the stream. They were doing Jackbox games, and I was putting the kids to bed, and sometimes that entails hanging out in my son's bed for a little bit, which I did. And so I decided to play one round of whatever Jackbox game was at the time. And that's where that mobile delay really showed up, because I missed one of my answers because I was busy watching the previous answers, and I cut back to the screen where you input your answers, and and I had already missed the chance to put my answer, and I was very sad. I mean, come on now, it's almost 2021. We can't have less mobile delay on the phones. We are asking you, Kiki, though, as you can. Let us know what your New Year's plans are, and certainly what usual New Year's plans. Are you stay up until 5 o'clock when I can see the new year in my sights, or are you I'm gonna go to bed when I want to? We always like to know. Tonight, I think Sean and I, at least, are planning to do a little Among Us Jackbox games with some friends. Don't anticipate that hitting the stream, but you never know. Things go fun and we're having a good time. Maybe we'll pop on. I don't know. Mike, do you have any specific plans for tonight?
No, we're just we're making some party foods. Then we're gonna hang out and watch the ball drop. I guess not. I mean, kind of. But yeah, no, nothing. Just chilling with the kids. My wife gets all this like stuff to have a little family party, so we'll do that. It's fun.
We are going to tune into Chris M.E.'s New Year's Eve Twitch Sings finale. Where that
Is
starts
Rockin' New Year's.
Rockin' New Year's Eve finale.
I don't think anyone has copyrighted that or anything.
No,
so
I
it's
don't
fine.
think
It's
a
available.
single person has. Yeah, I'm sure you can just use that as you wish.
Have you seen that news for this year? They've there is no crowds in Times Square,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still doing the ball drop, and they're still like closing off a bunch of roads as if 3 o'clock today. So they're kind of like de facto doing it, but not really. I'm curious to see how that works out because that's a lot of. I bet people still show up.
Yeah, I think the logistics of keeping people away from there is going to be tricky.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm interested to see how that goes and how other people like around the world do it. I've already gotten a Happy New Year from my Kiwi friends though, so.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, those in New Zealand have already celebrated. 19 hours ahead, I want to say, of Pacific time. So
18, but well, it depends where. Yeah, because they have like 2 time zones there, I believe, depending on where you live.
but Kiki and Super will be participating in Chrissy's event at 1 o'clock Pacific time. So,
Woohoo!
were you shooting at me?
PM.
Maybe.
Just for
Why are you shooting at me? What did I do
that's
to you?
post modern. No, that's probably not correct.
No, I don't think that is.
Pre martyr, pre mozzarella sticks. That's what PM
That is
probably
true.
stands for.
Which, as again, if you're gonna make finger foods, make them mozzarella sticks.
I'm gonna tell my wife I need 12 of them. I must put them in a ring.
and eat them
I have
during
to
the
eat
countdown to
12.
New Year's.
It is
These
Gaming
couple of
Morning Show,
seconds.
6:28 West Coast time, 9:28.
What day is it?
What'd I say?
What day is it?
You're killing me. It is No Interruptions Day, damn it. Let me finish. 9:28 East Coast and 2:28 out in the UK. Of course, a necessary run for food and alcohol from Kiki Low. Again, great stream last night by Superphonic. It was fun to watch and see kind of everyone round out the year. I mean, it's been a fun year for many people. And as we talk about the circles that we've met in the Twitch sphere, and hopefully will continue to build over the course of 2021, like that's been a big deal. Everyone's kind of found a little home in the Discord servers and the Twitch channels, and it's been super fun to see everything happen. Be back when we're home. See you soon. Absolutely, Kiki. Dr. Chick, do you have a plan for New Year's Eve? Anyone else watching that might be lurking today, do you have a plan for New Year's Eve? If you've never been here before, our show is an FM radio show that plays games. So if you've ever seen a show that's or listened to a show that's on like a Z100 FM station, they usually play music. We do the same kind of thing, different segments, and in between we play some games instead of music. That is Mike O, bottom left. Sean is in the upper left. My name is Ryan. You can find us on the Twitter at these locations as well, including finding out more about Mike's Monsters and Friends podcast. Season 3 starts tomorrow. No, it starts next month, but in January of 2021. We got This Day in Gaming History. Birthdays coming up as well, so stick around with us on Gaming Morning Show. But right now, it is time to get informed. We need to know what the haps are in the world of video games, so we go to hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Thursday, December 31st, 2020, and this is your Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news. It's been a slow news week, but luckily today we have some stories to talk about. We might even have to skip the rest of this hour just so we have time to go through all the top... Wait. What? Yeah, no, I was just getting... Okay. Yeah, no, that... I just... Okay, that makes sense. No, I had it wrong. There's nothing. No one did anything. Video games have ceased to be released, and no one wants to talk about anything. So that gives us a chance to debut my favorite new morning game show. It's Ryan and Mike compete against each other to answer trivia questions, and I'll try to keep score on the fly, and we'll see who wins. Woo!
Yay!
Hand-to-hand combat.
I was wondering.
Theme song pending.
I was wondering why his Gaming Morning Show space on the rundown was completely blank, but yet we're still doing the segments, and this is why. So good for us.
Here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna read a question. You must wait till I read the entire question, and then each of you will have a chance to buzz in and give me the answer. First to 3 wins. Mike, your buzzer sounds like this. Beep beep.
Beep beep.
Yep, that's Mike's buzzer. Ryan, your buzzer sounds like this. Ooga.
Of course it does. Okay.
Yes.
You gotta practice. You gotta practice. Come on.
Well, what's yours?
Beep beep.
Ooga.
Okay. First question. The famous Mario Party games give you Mario, Luigi, Princess, Daisy, Princess Peach, Yoshi, Wario, Toad, and Waluigi. More playable characters were added. Name another one.
Beep beep.
Mike, yes.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is one of the correct answers. You could also go with Shy Guy, Kamek, Birdo, or Koopa. So Mike pulls out into an early lead, 1-0. Ryan, you have some catching up to do. Mike, would you like another question about characters, or would you like to talk about some general gaming trivia?
Let's go to the general gaming, please.
Okay. Let's go with this one. In this online game, you play as a, quote, champion and try to destroy an opposing team's nexus.
Beep beep.
Oh, Mike.
Marvel's Contest of Champions.
No, I'm sorry. Ryan, would you like to take a guess?
Mortal Kombat.
No, the answer is League of Legends, one of the most popular games in the
yes.
world.
Yes, that one. Yes, right.
Let's go with an easier one. This game features you as a purple dragon who runs around collecting gems and fight. I did not finish the question, sir. And collecting gems and finding other dragons who have been turned into statues.
Awooga.
Orion, yes.
Spyro.
Oh, Spyro the dragon is correct, and you catch up. It is 1-1.
Okay, I didn't know we had to finish the question. Maybe we could have laid out the framework of this a little bit better. I mean, it's not like we're just doing this on the fly.
Finish the question.
I did say that in the rules.
Of course he did, because I don't listen to people.
Play it back. Yep.
Of course he did.
We said it.
It was there.
Next question. This was the first at-home gaming console of this millennium.
Awooga.
Ryan.
GameCube.
No.
Dr. Chick, you're welcome to help me, even though I acknowledge that there's a delay. It's not going to work. But
Michael.
Michael.
PlayStation 3.
Ooh, so close. It is the PlayStation 2.
Oh my god.
Really? I thought that was the last
PlayStation 2.
millennia.
GameCube had to be like 99 then.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was pretty close. Next question. This we're still tied at 1-1, by the way.
Yeah, this is such a great game.
This was Nintendo's last cartridge-based home console.
Awooga.
Ryan.
N64.
The Nintendo 64 is correct, and you pull out into a 2-1 lead. You could win it right here.
Here's the thing, Mike. He actually
right
he's loving this right now. I think he likes seeing me tortured. I don't know how you're feeling, but this is really, really gut wrenching right now. Keep going.
Just listening to you just say "ooga ooga" is totally worth the game.
Did I give 2 awoogas for a? I was so excited. Awooga.
Yeah.
Next question, Ryan, with a 2-1
Would have made
lead.
a scoreboard.
This game started as an arcade game in 1986 and then was playable on many systems. You're a radioactive monster who loves destroying buildings. What game are you playing?
Awooga.
Beep.
Ryan.
Rampage.
Rampage is correct, and Ryan wins the first ever Ryan versus Mike trivia in the morning because I didn't have news, and so I asked questions and you gave me answers, and it was a game show theme song thing.
Yeah, I'm a guest host, so I can't beat the hosts.
He let you win. We talked about it before.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't hear anything.
That's Wilhelm being so thrilled that I won the first. Could it be trivia? Could it have been Ryan versus Michael, since you called him Michael at some point?
It's because I did something wrong, probably.
Michael.
No, you followed all the rules. Someone else did not.
Does that surprise anybody?
No.
Nope, not a chance. 6:36 West Coast time, 9:36 on the East, and it is 2:36 in the UK. Gaming Morning Show continues. We're asking you your New Year's Eve plans, specifically. What is your usual plan, and what is your favorite memory? Do either of you have a favorite memory? I'm going to ask you that in a moment. From a New Year's Eve in the past.
You just asked me that right now.
No, I'm going to ask you that in a moment. That's a thought cue. because the BBC has a story. This is about Beetle-mounted cameras. This is going to be interesting. They've found a way to put a camera that weighs roughly 250 milligrams, about the 10th of the weight of a playing card, on the back of Beetles, a wireless camera, and it allows for you to kind of go on an insect adventure with the Beetles themselves. It's from the University of Washington, and it allows you to create low-powered cameras that can be mounted on Beetles and capture up to 5 frames per second of low-resolution black and white footage. Goes to a smartphone, and it's part of a study that was published in the Science Robotics Journal. Would you watch Beetle Cam?
I mean, I would check it out. I think the interesting part is, like, not necessarily where they put it, but they made an entire camera rig that's the 10th of the weight of a playing card. That's fascinating.
Well, think of the size of it too. Like, it's, I mean, that's incredible in itself.
That's cool.
I just love that they can do this, but I can't get the full 300 megs of Wi-Fi that I pay for.
Well, did you consult the Beetles?
That's, you know, I should call the Beetle and see what the Beetle says.
I mean, maybe the Beetle was promised 30 frames per second.
Good call.
Okay, every time that I think someone picks up one of the dog tags, it sounds like a knife. And I keep thinking that all that's happening is I'm getting knifed by people. And it's interesting.
Why are we jumping? Stop jumping.
So I did post the Beetle-mounted camera in the chat, if you want to read more. The BBC had the story.
What is it with you guys in the Pacific Northwest, though? Like, is it just because there's not a lot to do when it rains? Like, you come up with, like, hey, let's put a camera on a Beetle.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, that's. Well, I'm bouncing around. That's how innovation happens, Mike. Is out of boredom.
That's not. You're not wrong.
Okay, so any favorite New Year's Eve memories?
I got nothing.
This is a family show, so I probably can't share them.
It is a family show. I've always enjoyed, getting to hang out with friends, especially, late into the evening, seeing what happens, what develops. We did once have a person who had to wake up early in the morning because they were working as a ski operator, like a ski lift operator.
Who does that?
What's that?
Who has that job? Jeez. What a terrible job.
And we had told that person that we were going to keep them up all night. Oh, I'm getting connection interrupted. Is the stream okay?
That's because somebody has a lag switch.
So we promised that we were going to keep him up all night and then take him to the place where he had to get onto the bus. And we fulfilled our promise, and I was pretty proud of us. We came together, we put our minds to something, and we got it done. And that's all that matters. And then shortly after that, we decided, you know what we could use? We could use some 5 frames per second cams that we could mount on the back of Beetles. And so I gave a call to my friends at the University of Washington, and I said, hey, what do you think of this? And it only took like 20 years for us to get those developed. But now,
nice.
You can go on an insect ride.
Go on an insect.
That's always good when I'm running the opposite way as my teammates.
Yeah, that's all good. You're checking behind me. It's a good teammate thing.
Sometimes you gotta get someone's back.
Beetle-mounted cameras. So when I first got that story from Mike, I looked at the picture and I hadn't read anything about it. I looked at the picture and it looked like they were mounting weapons on the back of Beetles.
That's the next iteration. It's gonna happen.
Machine guns that weigh 1/10 of a playing card.
I mean, honestly, when I first saw this story, my first thought was, man, you could totally, like, send Beetles into, like, enemy camps now.
I mean, that might be kind of suspicious. You have all of a sudden a whole bunch of beetles showing up. Sounds like something out of like one of the Mummy movies. Because didn't that happen where they were in like the caves and all of a sudden the beetles started showing up?
The scarabs.
Yeah, I hated when Paul was there mostly.
Oh yeah,
He
you were
was
fine
such
with
a
Ringo, but
Ringo cares. Paul just wanted his money. That's awful. This also doesn't look like Gunfight, by the way.
yeah. So what is that mode? Why aren't we playing that one?
It's probably Gunfight.
No, because Gunfight's 2v2. I can't remember how we got into it yesterday. Thanks for saving my life.
This was what we were playing. It was
Oh,
random.
maybe that's why we had the gunfight when it was just you and I yesterday.
Yeah, we did do that. I do.
That's
remember
probably
that.
what it was.
I mean, if you don't want to play it, Mike, I mean, we could always.
I can just sit here and interrupt you guys.
Wait, what's that? It's no interruption day. I wonder if my son's gonna understand that it's no interruption day.
For sure not.
Sean and I can't even keep from interrupting you out of haha-ness.
I'd like to think that that's why my son does it too.
for the laughs.
Yeah, it's all for the for the memes, as the kids say. You can see in the upper right. Go ahead. You can see in the upper right that we have a countdown timer for Chris Hughes' event coming up at 1 p.m. Pacific. It's less than 6.5 hours away. New Year's Eve Twitch Sings finale.
Well, that's Sean.
It hurt. It hurt. I had to itch my nose, so I moved over to the side. And then I got shot in the face.
That's one of those Beetle tunes, isn't it?
All right, 6:43, 9:43 East Coast, and 2:43 in the UK. Thanks for being with us, Gaming Morning Show. We got the premiere of the thank you video coming up in about an hour and a half-ish. That's as imprecise as you can get. The folks at the University of Washington were like, hey, how much should we make these Beetle cams weigh? How about like 250 milligrams-ish? You know, make it a gram, you crush them. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how heavy a gram is relative to a beetle.
Man. How many beetles were killed in the process of this?
Oh, yeah, no one had thought about that.
Oh, no, we lost.
They're like, oh, too heavy again.
This day in gaming history coming up, we got birthdays to celebrate as well. We'll do that here in about 5 minutes. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know in the chat. We would love to celebrate with you. It is New Year's Eve. What is your usual plan? What is your favorite memory on New Year's Eve? Sometimes memories are hard to come by on New Year's Eve.
Why would that be?
Just sometimes, through the process of the evening, you can't remember as much as you once were able to.
Yeah, it's age. It happens.
It probably is exacerbated by age.
I don't have a lot of memories as like a kid during New Year's too. Like that's the crazy thing. Like I don't remember doing anything. I don't even know if I stayed up till midnight. I was probably asleep by like 8 o'clock.
See, and I remember getting to do something even as like a younger kid, like 9 years old, being able to stay up till midnight, watch the ball drop. I was able to have friends over and those kind of things. So I do remember that was kind of fun. But, you know, again, I'm a social extrovert, right? Like, this is in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, I probably would be the person who would go to Times Square and wear the diaper and be just happy as all get out. Standing in my own urine.
Why would you not want to stand in your own urine? I just call that Thursday.
Oh my
Only
god,
Thursday?
we got someone who's just here to assassinate people. That's what they're doing today.
I saw someone running around with a knife.
Yeah,
so.
but I think they're specifically
Iron
trying to do
back.
the assassinations. And ugh.
Is there like a task, perhaps? That was not good, sir.
So basically, I'm
They
gonna start.
finished you.
I'm gonna start every single event, like every single respawn, with my back in a corner, just to make sure that no one's behind me.
Oh,
There's someone to my right.
That guy shot me, and then he proceeded to stab me. I'm already dead, sir. You cannot kill me twice.
I'm extra dead.
You are dead.
Uh-oh. Out of bullets.
Haha! Assassinate you, punk.
Mike's being naughty.
Did you just call someone a punk? Ooh.
Just look back and Ryan's just standing in the corner.
Yep. This is where I live now. This is my home.
You will not assassinate me.
You saved my life.
Yep.
Oh.
No, I don't care if I die down
Takes
the alley.
two punches.
I don't care if I die down an alley to a weapon. Just not gonna get
Oh god,
assassinated again.
scared the crap out of me. you guys tag teamed a pretty good jump scare.
Throwing frag grenade.
Oh, he blew me up. I watched him put that down too. That was really dumb.
Neutralized.
This is my corner. I got tomahawked. I can live with that. That's fine.
Oh. No.
I avenged
stabbed
you.
me.
I almost saved you, but
That took a little bit too long.
I think they're starting to pick up on my tactic here.
Oh dear.
You got all... How'd I kill them with that? Oh, I had a
Approximate.
I had a prox mine down. I thought they killed you, but you're holding a grenade.
Sometimes it's just fun to do that. Sucker.
I saved your life.
You sure did. Although he never hit me, he was trying.
All right, we got birthdays coming up after this game. Pretty low-key morning so far. It's been fun. I hope everyone has exciting New Year's Eve plans ahead of them.
Throwing smoke.
Prox mine kills are fun. Because you know somebody's just so mad. They say bad words and then I laugh. Oh god.
Whoa!
I saw that tomahawk come
He
in.
tomahawked me from the mile away. That was awesome.
I'm blind. I was watching you and I just see the tomahawk come out of nowhere.
That was absolutely amazing.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice work, fellas.
No more no more knife deaths. That's all I cared about. All right, 6:50 West Coast time, and it ends 9:50 on the East Coast, 2:50 in the UK. Thanks for being with us. Gaming Morning
boy.
Show continues. It is No Interruptions Day, Leap Second Time Adjustment Day, Make Up Your Mind Day, National Champagne Day, New Year's Eve Day, and Universal Hour of Peace. I don't know if National Champagne Day was one of those that was created by like the champagne lobby, but you'd figure they'd pick something else other than the day that probably there's a lot of champagne inherently bought, right?
Yeah. Diversify champagne.
We got Hofbrew checking in the chat. Good morning, Hofbrew. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. Old tradition dating back numerous years to watch the ball drop and be around friends and family. Most recently, past couple years, I've been at a New Year's Eve music festival. That would be pretty bomb. You'd have a whole bunch of people around. There'd be a big countdown.
Sorry.
You okay, Mike?
Yep. Sorry, no.
Was he talking
was-
to
I was-
himself there? Is
I
there
was
someone in the
trying
room
to-
with you?
Trying to make a joke, and it fell flat.
No, you were
before I
just
could even
you were
get it
just
out,
you were
I
just so
stopped.
like you were just like, so I'm just gonna talk like this and see if anyone notices. And I was like, what? I can't hear you. Speaking to my good ear. Yeah, I'll get you a leap second time adjustment day coming up after the birthdays and this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, if somebody that you know is celebrating their birthday every year at the end of the year, let us know in the chat. We would like to wish a happy birthday to that person as well. Among the celebrity birthdays today, Sir Anthony Hopkins turns 83. You know what movie I have seen? I have seen Silence of the Lambs. I don't remember it in terms of, like, if you ask me certain key moments of it, I can't be like, I don't remember that part. But I did make it a point to watch the whole thing from start to finish because I wanted to try to challenge myself to watch something that was relatively thrilling, but not necessarily like super horror movie gory. So,
But that didn't like mess you up though, because that's a pretty messed up movie.
you know, the psychological part of it's not really ever been the issue. It's just the
Put
flat
the
out
lotion
jumps,
in the basket.
jump scares and gore and stuff. That's where I kind of lose my appetite. Sir Ben Kingsley, we got double sirs today. 77 today. Oscar
You've
in
been served.
1983, Gandhi was the film. Won an Oscar for that. Actress Bebe Neuwirth, 62 today.
Baby's kids.
Val Kilmer turns 61. Was Val Kilmer better as Iceman or better as Batman?
Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman.
I kind of liked Val's Batman. I mean, he was really. I mean, the answer to that question is Iceman. But did you like his Batman? I don't think Val did a bad job.
I didn't mind his Batman, and those aren't great movies, but they get a whole heck of a lot worse when George Clooney comes around. So going back and watching the Val Kilmer Batman, it's you're like, oh, because I know how bad it's getting, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Chat, where do you stand on Val Kilmer as Batman? He apparently is going to be back as Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. I thought that
Which is
movie was
weird
supposed to be out by now.
because- Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you know this, Ryan, but there's been this crazy
It's-
global pandemic.
was it
that's
pandemic
kinda
related?
ruined a lot of
Okay,
things.
fair enough.
I think so.
Yeah, no, I think it was supposed to come out this summer, but for me, I'm curious how that's gonna work because I mean, he's got a hole in his throat, and he can't really talk because he's got the tracheotomy thing. That's why he always wears scarves.
Why
so-
did he have that?
I think he had like throat cancer or something?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
He's doing rough.
The singer Psy turns 43. You might remember Gangnam Style. That YouTube video has been viewed 4 billion times on YouTube. Olympic gymnast Gabby Douglas turns 25 today. Has appeared in a movie or show as an extra in Vampire Diaries. Donna Summer had a historical birthday on December 31st. Died back in 2012. I remember when I was a kid, that was one of the random vinyls that my friend and I found in one of our parents' stacks, and we actually listened to one of the Donna Summer songs. I think it was "Works Hard for the Money." We thought that was a jam, and we listened to that song over and over and over again. So I actually remember Donna Summer early, or I learned about Donna Summer early in my life, and then obviously there was that Saturday Night Live skit where they'd be like, "Why don't you sum a Donna now?" And then they would use different versions of that, including the one was Donna Summer, which was pretty funny. Dr. Chick said Batman was okay. Don't remember Iceman. Have you ever seen Top Gun, Dr. Chick? Because Val played Iceman in that movie. Lance Riddick from Fringe, The Wire, is 51 today. Ricky Whittle from American Gods turns 41. Anyone else catch your eye on the historical or other celebrity birthdays today?
Nothing specific, but man, they're like the guitarist from the Police, one of the singers from the Guess Who, bassist from Aerosmith. Like, there's a lot of members of big bands that had birthdays today.
Historically, today's John Denver's birthday.
Rocky Mountain High.
Also, it's Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block.
Ooh. So here's a question:
Right stuff.
if you could have picked for yourself, would you rather have been born the last day of the year or on New Year's Day? Like your birthday would have been one of those two. Which would you have preferred? Because I think I'd rather be on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to share it with a holiday.
Well, of those two, New Year's Eve, it's way easier to be like, hey, I'm throwing a party and we're staying up all night to celebrate,
true
celebrate
that.
my birthday.
Yeah.
Getting people is like, hey, I know you just celebrated New Year's Eve, but I want to have a party today. And everyone's like, nah, I'm good.
I'm way too
Big
hungover
pass.
for that.
Big pass.
Yeah.
All right.
So Top Gun Maverick was originally scheduled to release July 12th, 2019.
That's what I thought.
And was and then it was delayed to finish production to June 2020. Then it was moved to December 2020, and now it's moved to July 2021.
And is that all production delays, not release delays? Like they still have filming to do potentially?
Second one was
The first one was production. All the other ones are COVID related.
Gotcha. This day in gaming history, 1981. This is from kpulson.com, and it looks like that website kind of focuses on accumulating stats based around the end of the year. 1981, percent of U.S. homes with a cartridge-based video game system, 9%. Of that 9%, 80 of them are Atari systems. 1990, we're talking 9 years later. Unit sales to date of the Nintendo Entertainment System. Granted, this is not just a U.S. only stat. 27.5 million. And then in 2003, total shipments of video games systems in the U.S. to that point, Xbox had 8.6 million, GameCube 6.8 million, and that's without any PlayStation-related units. So you can see over the course of just, 30 years, or 20 years, excuse me, like, it just took off and kind of lit up a fire, which was pretty awesome. So,
technology
we
as a whole is just bonkers.
Kiki, welcome
back,
home.
Kiki.
Food and alcohol have been secured by the Kiki Low
Glad the
household,
alcohol made it home. I was worried.
and it's Tequila Day. Kiki said, "I don't know if y'all do. Both of you drink?
Yeah, ish.
Do you drink hard liquor?
Occasionally.
Do you
not
have
often.
one of choice? Because like for me, if that's gonna be something I'm gonna have rum. Rum's kind of my jam.
Whiskey.
I like Tito's vodka.
Okay,
Good
all right,
one,
look at us. We have range on Gaming Morning Show, which is awesome. Well,
But it's rare these days.
I hope you all have a nice celebration. We did ask while you might have been gone. Dr. Chick answered, did you prefer Val Kilmer as Iceman in Top Gun or as Batman in the third Batman installment? Because Michael Keaton had the first two, so it was a Batman Returns? No, that was the second one. That was Keaton's second one. What was the one that Val was in? Because Batman Forever was Batman and Robin was Clooney. Yeah, it was Batman Forever that Kilmer was in.
It was Val.
Morning Superphonic, morning Hoff Brew, morning Daysonex. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. It is 6:59. We're gonna step away. We'll come back with the
And
next
Digital
hour.
Dot Games. Why you gotta be rude to Digital Dot Games?
Because
Why you say good morning to everyone else.
I have a certain
Digital, on behalf of Ryan, I apologize for he is so rude.
How rude.
I don't talk to Cardinals fans. That's right. We're in a lover's feud. Yes, we're having a tough time, Sean. Mind your business. It is 7 o'clock on the nose, West Coast, 10 o'clock on the East, and it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Gaming Morning Show. Reminder, Chris Yee's event comes your way at 1 o'clock Pacific time today. Back in a moment.
I see my feelings so true, but am I blinded by you? By you. Made it all the way through, but am I blinded by you? By you.
Bikinis, beaches, blue seas, it don't stop. Endless beauty, let's take a trip. We all dance in strangers in the streets. In my LBD, put your hands on me. Don't get shy on me. On the top, I gliding, feel the humidity rising. We all dancing, strangers in the streets. In my LBD, put your hands on me. Don't get shy on me. Hello, boys, we're playing on the beach. So much free love, like the sun shining down on me. No need to rush, come in the air. His arms are wide open, looking down, taking care. No need to rush, calm in the air. His arms are wide open, looking down, taking care. We all dance in strangers in the streets. In my LBD, put your hands on me. Don't get shy on me.
Morning, gamer. It is 7:06 on the West Coast, 10:06 on the East, and 3:06 in the UK. It's Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. I am Ryan. To my left on your screen, in the top corner, weighing in at 487 milligrams. I don't know if that's true. That is Sean. And it's Maiko in the bottom left. We're asking about your New Year's Eve plans. It looks like we might have to organize a viewing party of Top Gun based on the chat, which, you know, I'm probably going to end up watching Top Gun and just realize how much of like a American Cold War propaganda film it was. The reality of it is. But that could be kind of fun. It looks like Days Nex's mom would hang out with us too, so that's not a bad night of entertainment, hanging out with people's families. Yeah, Kiki. So Kiki was asking affiliate, and that's a timely inquiry. Sean and I have been working a lot this week and plan to early next week. We're hoping that it's Monday. We'll know by the end of tomorrow's show for sure, to roll out our plans for 2021, and that includes the plan for support and all of those things too that come with a Twitch affiliate typically. And bring that up because we had tried not to necessarily go the affiliate route because we want to be able to do partnerships and things outside of the Twitch, outside of the Twitch sphere and such. But Kiki, if you didn't hear, like, the day that you said, y'all go watch Gaming Morning Show, I couldn't figure out why they're not an affiliate. All you got to do is go follow their channel. That day, like, it was within the 6 hours or something of you saying it, that everyone showed up and were kind enough to follow us. So if you did follow us on Twitch, I really appreciate it. VG was the last one to do so yesterday. You can follow us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. I was trying to find a top 10 list around, like, the world's smallest cameras. We shared a story earlier about this 250 milligram camera that goes on the back of Beetles, and it films like 5 frames per second, and you can kind of take a ride on the wild side with a Beetle. That was according to the BBC. A University of Washington team came up with that. Did you happen to see this in the chat? It was Dr. Chick is drinking a Rain energy drink. And all I could think of, Sean, is our friend Hofbrew, who absolutely stands for Rain. Dr. Chick, I don't know if you know this, but simply specifying that you are drinking a Rain energy drink is going to make Hofbrew 19's day. Like, you have changed the trajectory of his 2021 just by saying that. So I can't thank you enough for doing that, because it made me smile.
We tried. We tried really hard to like Rain energy drinks.
We worked really hard at it. The lemon head is not bad. That's there it is. There it is. Arms in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Oh, yeah. No, you did a great job, Kiki. I'm happy you asked because, again, it's timely. And stick around, coming up at around 8:20, so an hour from now or so, we're going to play our community games, and then afterward we have a thank you video to share with you as well. I think the biggest thrill, certainly talking to Sean, has been being able to see all the stuff that y'all are making and then have the privilege of having you show up here every morning as you have the last couple of weeks. It's been fun. We really, really appreciate it and excited for what's ahead. I do have the story of the trophy disaster that we alluded to. Imagine getting a trophy and then something bad happened. Also, transparent OLED screens are apparently a thing. They're going to show up in restaurants, and they're already in demos in, like, Subways. I didn't know this, but apparently that's the thing. We'll have that story coming up on Gaming Morning Show Sports this hour. Sports. And then a top 10 list. I'll keep looking, or one of our hard crack research team members will figure that out for us as well. By the way, I'm just wondering if either Mike or Sean have an inkling on if Alien had watched Top Gun, what do you think the thoughts would be?
It's hard to say for sure,
Yeah.
but and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I want to say he'd probably say it was pretty okay.
I think that's a safe bet. If you missed it, go to our YouTube channel. You can search Gaming Morning Show on YouTube. That is one area, Kiki, and all, that we appreciate those who have subscribed on YouTube, because we're past the halfway point to that 100 subscriber threshold to get the opportunity to have a custom URL, so we could actually send you to youtube.com/Gaming Morning Show. We just cannot yet, but be sure to search Gaming Morning Show and watch our latest YouTube video. I had a lot of fun putting that together. There were several hilarious moments in yesterday's show that I just kept talking about for the rest of the day.
One or two.
It was pretty okay.
So good.
You would think it's pretty okay. Now instead of Mug Life, it will be Steam. So what's on the menu tonight for New Year's Eve? Anybody make anything specific? You keep referencing like
Mozzarella
party
sticks.
foods. Mott sticks, okay. Anyone else got
doing,
something specific?
We're doing meatball sandwiches.
Ooh.
Ryan,
doing,
what are you having?
Food. Ready?
I might be
Okay.
having pizza
Oh.
because wife ain't here. So if I'm doing the cooking,
I-
we're ordering.
I think you're having meatball sandwich.
The better answer is whatever Sean's making, and I go to his house to eat. Yeah, because Kiki went out and said they got food and acquired some spirits. So if that's the case, we'd love to know what's on the menu there. Got pulled buffalo barbecue pork sandwiches. Oh, eat. That's a good menu from Dason X.
Sounds yummy.
I make buffalo chicken dip as well. My two of the three older ones devour it. The other one just kind of stares at it. And then the littles are like, "That's too spicy." Like, yeah, that's the point. That's like the whole point.
That's you.
Like
That's not you. That's not you.
I
That's
like
not
how
you.
you
I'm
gave
giving
like a
that.
little snarl at the end of that, Mike. You're like, that's the point. That's so good.
You're not supposed to like talk smack to your kids. Is that?
No, just the snarl sound was hilarious to me. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm easily amused.
Nothing wrong with that. I still chuckle when I say let's play Call of Duty, so it's fine. My wife absolutely loves it. She's like, "Oh, You're. Oh, okay.
That seems like all of our wives would have that in common.
Just roll their eyes.
Yep. Sounds like all of our wives would have that in common.
Yep.
Hey, Pib has checked into the chat. Good morning, Pib. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. New Year's Eve plans. What are they usually? That's one of my favorite questions to ask. Like, do you have like the same thing that you would typically do for New Year's Eve each year, or do you try to change it up and do something different? And of course, then with the pandemic and many people not able to go places, do you have specific plans for this year? That's something we're asking. Sounds like consensus here is most of us are staying home. We got some Moz sticks coming out of Mike O's house, which will be yummy.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
sounds very good.
thank you for specifying they're coming out of the house and not just out of me.
That would be a whole different type of mozzarella stick. Probably wouldn't meet FDA approval, I don't suspect, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Don't make the rules.
Yeah, I mean you never know, right? I had a camper once, like straight up, come up to me and be like, "If you could poop ice cream, would you eat it?" And I was like, what? Like, I don't know where the context of the conversation came. I think we're at the pool, and he's just like, Mike.
Yes,
Like, yeah.
that's a conversation at
poop
the
ice
pool that I'd want to have. Like, that conversation's already awkward enough, let alone at the
Yeah.
pool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love kids. They say the stupidest things.
If you haven't caught up with Look, It's Mike O, he's had every job imaginable on the planet, including a lot of camp work with the youth. And therefore he has
I
the
considered
stories.
that my career at one point. But then I realized that you can either have a family or you can work at camp.
That is tough.
And I chose the family. Now I wish I went back to camp. Just kidding.
No.
Not that Megan will ever see this. But if you see this, babe, I love you. I wouldn't want anything other than our amazing, magical life.
That's not what Mike was
Please
saying off
don't.
air. I'm just saying.
Take away my mozzarella sticks.
See, that's why Digital Doc and I are in a feud. We had the same kind of conversation. So, all right, this year has been filled with intense stress. I'll be working later as well. Going to be a rough day. I usually go to bed early though. I'm sending you much love, Pib. Hang in there the best you can. I've been trying to use that phrase through the course of the rest of the years. I hope things are as good as they possibly can be right now. But I will say that in addition to any support you have around you, closer, know that those at Gaming Morning Show have your back as well, and I'm sure in the community beyond as well.
If I need to break anyone's kneecaps, you let me know too. I'm from New Jersey.
It's part of our Patreon. You support, and you have the opportunity to use Mike once a year to break some kneecaps. Gaming Morning Show does not condone the breaking of kneecaps.
That's part of the $6 tier.
Wow. Rates are going down, huh? Tough to get work, apparently, in the kneecap breaking business. I shot that person, and then you spawned right in front of me, and then someone came from behind and shot us both. So that was fun and interesting.
Smoke check.
Ah, Pib, you can skip work and come over and sit on the couch with the rest of us stressed out females. Those are my plans. Sit and drink coffee. Oh, which, by the way, what is in your coffee cup day? I meant to ask you that earlier. Hearing homemade mac and cheese is on the menu on Hofbrew's side of things. Not made by Hofbrew.
Delicious.
And I'm making some sort of charcuterie board. That's right. Ryan just pronounced charcuterie correctly, I hope.
What did you
You were so confident at first.
I mean, I do think I actually nailed it. So if
Yeah,
okay, I was gonna
I
say,
think you did.
if I was wrong, I'm
Yes, I've
actually
been saying it wrong
I'm
this whole
surprised. Pib, I wish. I'm just hoping to be able to stay at the house. Hey, Pib, again, thanks for hanging out with us in the most stressed out times. To just get a chance to say hi and give us some of your time, because right now time is not something that feels like everyone has a lot of. I mean, I've been reading many people who are stressed out by the activities outside in the real world. So yeah, just know that we have your back. Pork belly tomorrow from Kiki. Oh, that'll be fun. Why the big dinner tomorrow? You don't do anything for New Year's Eve? It's 7:19 West Coast time, 10:19 on the East, 3:19 on the UK side of things. It's Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube and at gamingmorningshow.tv. It is bowl season in college football in the U.S., and there's usually a whole bunch of them, whole bunch of bowls. And you can get in if basically you played a game and someone threw a football once in the year. That's like all the qualifiers to get in. This year it's a little different because pandemic has shrunk some things down. But for the Wisconsin Badgers, their celebration took a turn for the worst in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Yes, sponsors are primarily how these bowls are named, and this one was named after a mayo brand. They beat Wake Forest 42-28. Paul Chris said everybody should have a piece of this trophy during the trophy ceremony. And it appears that it might be easier to do than they expected because the Badgers quarterback dropped the trophy and shattered it into a whole bunch of pieces.
That mayonnaise is gonna get everywhere.
The video is amazing. If you track the video down,
Oh, I'm putting it in the chat as we speak.
nice.
So
You need to watch it because the look of dismay on their faces is worth the price of admission.
all right, the second leak is a video. It's pretty amazing. I have seen trophy ceremonies before, and there's always, like, I've worked at live events before, not sports trophy presentations, but like award ceremonies and those kind of things. And the joke always is, don't trip when you go up on stage. Like Jennifer Lawrence famously tripped going up to the Oscars stage to receive the Best Actress trophy, and the quarterback for Wisconsin was doing a little bit of a dance, and then just all of a sudden had it slip out of the old left hand there.
Yep. Gotta protect the football.
The video is really priceless too, because I don't know, it might have been an edit on like a TikTok or something, but somebody gets up and just puts their hand on their face, going like, "What just happened?"
Well, I love how in the video, a bunch of the team, as soon as it breaks, just turns and walks away.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm out of here.
I have nothing to do with this.
It is Jen J. Is it Lauren or Loren? Checking into the chat with us. Thanks for being here on Gaming Morning Show. Jen recently changed the Twitch handle. I do hope, and you can hopefully indulge me, Jen. Are you going to allow me as a subscriber to your channel to keep my Loba emote? Because if that's the case, then I'm still okay with it. But I don't even know if you main Loba anymore, do you? Or did you ever? But you have a Loba emote, and it makes my Loba main heart happy. So I want to keep my Loba emote. Or it can be like one of those things, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The Olive Garden got rid of a tagline that they had used for a very long time. They used a tagline called "When You're Here, Your Family." It's for the Olive Garden restaurants. And when they got rid of that tagline, they actually officially signed it over to The Tonight Show. So The Tonight Show actually owns the tagline, "When You're Here, Your Family."
Huh.
So Jen, if that's the case, and I don't get to keep the emote, ooh, they're making a new one! Aw, Jen, you're the best. I will have my Loba emote. When I drop the stick, those in chat will emote with the Loba. Loba in heart. I'm with you on Charlie, hopefully. Jen asking Day why she's always awake. Hyperactive son and an insomniac. Has insomnia plagued you your whole life? Has that been a thing you've dealt with, or have you developed it over time, Day? Kiki's still on the quest for Platinus. Today is the day that Kiki hits Plat before the end of the year, right? Had a schedule?
Katniss? Sorry.
Did you say Katniss Everdeen?
No, nothing. It was fine. That's two Hunger Games references in 2 days.
What was
We
the
had
other
one
one?
on the stream last night, and all my friends were like, "Did you just make a Hunger Games reference?"
Hunger Games was so good though.
Perhaps I did. Perhaps I didn't.
I listened to
Wow.
those books on audiobook and actually enjoyed them. They were fun.
They're really good books. So I'm not a reader. I don't like reading because there's a lot of other things I could be doing with my time, according to my brain. And but I read those books in like a week, like all three. It was incredible.
And you read them?
Huge, like cover to cover,
Nice.
which is a huge feat because I don't like reading.
Was it picture books or did you read the words?
No, it was in crayon.
Nice. So there was a person in the A spawn. There's a chair that's sitting there, and that person likes to camp behind the chair. And I thought it was one of you, so I come in here and go, wee! And I hop in because I was like, oh, someone's trying to capture it. And all of a sudden, contested pops on my screen, and I go, what?
Uh-oh.
And I basically jumped right in front of the person, and it took them a second to actually get rid of me. But, yeah, that was not the best play. Well, Pib, I hope we can be a diversion for the start of your day. And hopefully things will go as well as they possibly can for the rest of the day. Whether it's work or something else. I saw you say something specifically. It's not work. We are here for you. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Day. Because I've talked about this on the show. One of the things that I am thankful for the most is my ability to sleep. Like, I can just usually sleep. I will admit, yesterday, my son, who likes to hang out in the bed occasionally, he sleeps oddly in the sense that, like, he seems to always be moving, but he actually gets rest, seemingly, and gets in our bed, and every single time that I'd throw the covers back on, he'd kick them off. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Why are you doing this to me? I got really cold. And I finally, about 4 in the morning, got the blankets back over me and was feeling better. And then he kicked them off again. So I just got up because I'm like, I'm so cold. This isn't fun anymore. And sure enough, I'm out of the bed for like maybe 4 seconds. And he shifts around again and he pulls the covers all the way over the top of him. I'm like, you little booty head. Come on now. What are you
Turns out
doing?
you were the problem.
It was me. All right, 7:27 on the West Coast, 10:27 on the East Coast, and 3:27 in the UK. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. It is a low-key, ease into the new year kind of show this morning on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. I am Ryan. That is Sean. Top left, bottom left is Luke. It's Maiko. You can find us on Twitter. We would love to hang out with you there as well. We are at WatchGMS. Catching up on some of the chat. Jan, you'll be in Masters no time. Jen, I guess, is bomb.com when it comes to Apex play. I had some really bad Apex games last night. Like, I'm not good at Apex, don't get me wrong, but, like, exceptionally bad. We could not get in any sort of rhythm whatsoever last night. It was annoying. Jen, I wish. Thank you. Has anyone? What's the highest anyone's reached in the Apex grind? Has anyone been in Masters? Pred? In chat, let us know for sure.
I once made it to the Donkey Kong levels.
The DK level?
Yep, it
Mhm.
was great.
You were at the.
He threw barrels at me. It was very not nice. What are we talking about?
Silver? Mike,
Yeah.
did you get any wins last night?
No, of course not.
Of course not. You save all the wins for auction.
I was very. It's funny we're talking about sleep. I had a sleep study last night, so I was very preoccupied with worrying while I was awake if I could fall asleep.
You don't have to tell us more than you're allowed to or want to, but like, what's a sleep study entail?
Well, luckily it's like this at-home thing, which was great. You put a thing on your wrist, and it attaches to your finger to, I think it like reads your oxygen saturation, and then there's another thing. It's called the body positioning button, like for lack of a better word, and you like tape it to your chest, and it like takes your body positioning, and then also your heart rate. The worst part though is this. Look, ready? You gotta.
Whoa.
To shave a big part
Family-
of my old chest there.
Family
you know
show,
what I mean?
Mike. Family show. Okay. All right.
If you want to see more, that's part of the $12 tier.
You'll bust some kneecaps and let you see
Well, yeah.
It costs more to see
Mike's chest.
Mike's OnlyFans than it does for you to hire him to take someone out.
Physical violence
it
is
was-
cheaper for
It was
Mike.
generally unintrusive, so that's good. But it's still part of a bigger picture. So.
All right, we're about an hour away from the premiere of our thank you video for everyone who joined us in 2020. I am asking you, as Mike and Sean are too, because we're collective here, New Year's Eve, what is your usual plan? What is your favorite memory? We did find out in Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries, according to daysoftheyear.com, no, nationaldaycalendar.com, that it's tradition to eat 12 grapes during countdown to midnight. We would love to know if there's any regional traditions in your neck of the woods when it comes to New Year's Eve as well. And we are trying to figure out, is it supposed to be pop a grape every second? That seems like that's also potentially dangerous, because aren't
choking
grapes one of the most choked on foods?
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I've got grapes in the garage. I mean, we can try it.
That was
There's
my
no other. There's no
that was
other.
the name of
adults
my metal band in high school.
in grapes in the garage.
That's actually not a bad name for a band. Is the brand BioBeat for the sleep thing, says Digital Dot Games? Are you doing BioBeat?
No, that sounds like a fun game though. It was Watch Pat, I think, is WATCHPAT. So
This is going to be our top 10 list today. I was trying to find something related to the camera. If you missed it earlier, we were telling you about these Beetles that have mounted cameras thanks to a University of Washington effort. They were able to put on these little itty-bitty cameras that were so small, weigh about 250 milligrams. I venture to say because they were so small, they were cute. But because of that, we were trying to find like small cameras. Apparently there's a camera that's like the size of a thing of grain, but I couldn't find a top 10 list. So instead, I pivoted. We're going to do top 10 weird things that happened in 2020. And this is more of the weird things, which probably provides like a narrower scope than, say, some of the big events that have happened over the course of 2020.
did something happen this year?
So hopefully a little bit lighthearted compared to some of the more serious topics that we need to be mindful of continuing in 2021. Estelle wrote this for listverse.com, the headline Top 10 Weird Things That Happened in 2020. Of course, 2020 will be remembered as the COVID-19 year. It most definitely sucked and continues to suck even as we finally approach the end of it, the first paragraph reads. But number 10 on this list was there is a tumbleweed that caused some trouble. This was in Yakima, Washington, and it was New Year's Eve 2019. Entered into the beginning of the year, a massive tumbleweed left them stranded on a highway because they got covered up in their cars. The tumbleweed was so big that it ended up blocking cars. People got buried underneath it, and it was a pretty eventful thing. Like strong winds. It took them a while to kind of clear the debris from a tumbleweed. These are the things that when they roll across the road, I usually try to run over because they go poof. But instead they trap people in their cars. Can you believe it?
If they had a Beetle-mounted camera, they may have seen it ahead of time.
An army of Beetle-mounted cameras.
An army of Beetle-mounted camera.
Jason X says it low-key sounds fun, though.
You know, I agree.
One of the state patrollers said that in 20 years on the job, had never seen anything quite like it. Number 9, I heard about this one. This was in October 2020. Someone had opened up a mystery box. They found a carved wooden box inside the infamous Boleskine house.
Yep, sure, great.
It was once owned and inhabited by Jimmy Page, guitarist and founder of Led Zeppelin, and occultist Aleister Crowley.
Occultist.
Occultist.
Occultist Aleister Crowley. Yeah, no, you hit that counter. Do it.
No, it wasn't a mispronunciation.
No, that was
it
three. That was three.
No,
Do it.
it was not a mispronunciation. It was simply.
Cultists is a mispronunciation.
It was simply.
Oculists. They do not do anything with eyes.
Fine. 51.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Cultist Aleister Crowley.
Well, then why is there an O and a C ahead of cultist?
I don't know. Have you seen the English language? Why is there lots of things?
Somebody help me out. Okay. Anyway, there was a cultist there, and Jimmy Page. Sounds like it started
We'll
like
go with
two people walk into a bar joke. Anyway, the person sold a box to Spencer claimed that it had been found under the floorboards after a fire ripped through it in 2015. Worked up the nerve to open the box after sprinkling a circle of salt around it. Inside, he found something resembling a voodoo doll, a sketch that is reminiscent of the Sinister film DVD cover, as well as coins of what seemed to be vegetation. I want to keep reading, but I can't say some of these words.
Did you say coins that seem the vegetation?
No, coins, and in addition
Oh,
to what seemed to be some
gotcha.
vegetation.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
it.
Number 8
Do it.
is this person on a jetpack. September 2020, an American Airlines flight crew reported a, quote, guy in a jetpack flying at the plane's altitude of 3,000 feet above the Los Angeles International Airport. Another plane's crew reported seeing the man about 10 minutes later. In 2020's October, it was a flight crew yet again spotting a person at about 6,000 feet, 7 miles northwest of LAX. The FAA alerted the FBI, who are investigating the sightings. To date, it remains unclear who the person is, but I remember it interrupting airline traffic. So,
The
So,
Rocketeer,
yeah.
based on true events.
Who's Mothman?
was Mothman on a jetpack?
I mean, maybe. Maybe it's just his wings and they looked weird because people are weird.
Yeah, Pib, this is the top 10 weirdest things that happened in 2020. Again, weirdest, as opposed to
Weirdest, not
serious.
terrible, horrible.
Number 7, it's by Estelle from listverse.com. Number 7, wait, that's not me? Question mark. This is going to be verbatim. Jade Dodd from Tennessee renewed her driver's license online in the middle of 2020, received her new license card not long after. She was astonished, however, when she saw that her face didn't appear on the license. Instead, it sported an empty chair. Contacted the DMV, who was skeptical of what Dodd was telling them at first. Once they checked their records, they couldn't help but laugh. It turned out the chair was the last photograph taken and saved to Dodd's file. Also, the photograph was reportedly accidentally taken before it was saved, which is how it made its way onto the license. As expected, the license made its way onto the internet with the pertinence crossed out. I am happy at least Dodd didn't at one point think that maybe they were a ghost. Or a vampire.
Like, oh.
Hey, yep, you read
What's
our
wrong with
minds.
me?
Vampire. Oh, so Pib, as a bee-phobe, I'm a Melissa-phobe, something like that. That's the fear of bees. Yes, the murder hornets definitely are scary. They found the nest, though, and they looked kind of sus while doing it. Do you remember that epidemiologist picture? That was good.
Sure do.
All right, number 6, wish upon a scam. Earlier this year in India, someone started treating a woman for an undisclosed ailment. People started telling the doctor about a priest or godman who would visit the home. They also had a lamp in their possession that they claimed could produce a genie and would bring good wealth and such. So someone paid $93,000 for the lamp, soon to realize there was actually nothing magical about it. Turned out the men were arrested in November of 2020. The woman who was believed to be their mother is in fact the wife of one of the men, is on the run as she too was involved in the scam. Number 5, a puppy named Hulk. I think we had this one on the show earlier, Sean. There was a puppy that ended up having green or like lime green fur. There was no harm to the puppy. It's just a difference in one of the ways that the puppy's fur is created. The meconium.
Sure.
Number 4, green eggs and ham. This is the top 10 weirdest things that happened this year. A farmer decided to post a picture of some freshly laid eggs on Facebook. This is in the middle of the year. And had noticed the eggs his hens had been laying had dark green yolks since 2019. So
Love
that.
those oaks.
Do you like the egg whites or the egg yolks? So. So anyway, they ended up having green eggs and ham, and the rest is history.
I have an important question regarding green eggs and ham.
Please, Sam, I am.
Because we didn't have the book nearby, but I was having a disagreement with my children. Is it green eggs and regular ham, or is it green eggs and green ham?
I have to
think-
remember what the picture looks like. I think it's green eggs.
That was my problem.
And green ham.
I think it's also green ham. Yeah.
That was my thought too, and the kids disagreed. They're like, it's green eggs and then just ham.
No.
I
On
think
the-
it was
on
green
the-
ham. I think
Dates
it's
and X
green
agrees with you.
Yep.
eggs and ham. Yeah. So all right, we're all in agreement.
'Cause-
If I find that book, because I have no idea where it is, but we have it, I will inform you later.
I'm fairly decent with grammar, and I'm pretty good at proofreading. Sometimes I do need to have a reference, but it makes me wonder if you would write that green eggs, comma, and ham, if the green does not apply to both nouns. So that could be the case.
Well, the best way to do it would be to leave no doubt and flip them and say, I would like some ham and green eggs.
Oh, yeah, that
makes it the
that
most
would be
clear.
clearer. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I did say meconium, as he looks fearfully into the camera for judgment.
No, you're-
Sounds about right. Yeah.
108 years after the sinking of the Titanic, people still know about the tragedy. This is number 3 on the list, the Aurora Borealis and the Titanic. There was no moon on the night the Titanic sank, but the northern lights had illuminated the sky overhead, writes Estelle at listverse.com. It was seen by many survivors. Independent Titanic researcher published a paper this year in which she detailed evidence that the solar storm and northern lights may have ultimately messed with the ship's compass and caused it to veer into the path of the iceberg. She also posed the likelihood that the compass was affected by the solar system. Also posted that the Titanic's radio transmissions would have been affected by the solar system as well. Number 2 on the list, it's a miracle. During a festival in Mexico back in 2007, a drawing of the Virgin Mary was added to the asphalt of an outdoor parking lot. The drawing was meant to last about 3 weeks because it was drawn in chalk. Now move into October of 2020, and the image started making the rounds in the internet because the images were showing that the drawing mysteriously reappeared on the asphalt this year. People flocking to the site were taking pictures. An unnamed artist visited the parking lot and confirmed that the drawing once was the one created 13 years ago. That picture's interesting because it looks like they put some water on there and it reappeared. It was interesting. And number 1 on the list, too good to be true. Who doesn't want to win the lottery? Imagine winning millions and then finally getting to buy your dream home. December 2020, 20 people in South Africa had their dreams come true. They became instant millionaires after sharing a jackpot of $7.8 million. The kicker, the winning numbers were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how they won the lottery. People on social media immediately starting to question it. Seemed like it might have been a scam. The South Africa National Lotteries Commission vowed to investigate the unprecedented draw and make its finding known in due time. In the meantime, some of the unnamed winners stated that they picked the sequential numbers out of instinct, while others just wanted to, quote, try something different.
Do you think the person that picked 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was real mad?
Oh, just tilted beyond all belief. Hey, every time I do that, I never win. Top 10 weirdest 2020 list. All right, let's go into the chat for y'all if you want to read further on that. I actually kind of thought like 10 and 9 and 8 were weirder, other than the painting and chalk kind of reappearing. That's kind of strange. But
I did pull up a picture, and it is in fact green ham, and the eggs are not all green, just the oaks are green.
I hate you so much. Why do I do a show with you? Hey, we hadn't added to the old mispronunciation counter in quite some time. Sitting at 52, I'm feeling pretty good over the course of what the show's been on for like 4 months. So
You had a pretty good run.
all right, it is Gaming Morning Show 7:43. We'll have sports coming up after this next game. Thanks for hanging with us. Take that, children, Dasonex says. That's right, we like to stick it to them. Just like my son with the blanket this morning. Oh, Dad's getting up. Now I can all cozy up under the covers. Let us know what your New Year's Eve tradition usually is. We talked about, we don't really have one. And none of us, in fact, have a ton of memories. The best one I came up with was, I remember a friend of mine had to work at a ski resort the next morning, or ski hill, and made sure that he stayed up all the way until the time we took that person to the bus stop to get on the bus to go up there. I also imagine now that, being a little more older and wiser, that might have not been kind, because, there's a lot of fate in the arms of a person running a ski lift.
It could be very dangerous. Yes.
So
There's a lot of moving parts.
probably should have treated him a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just about every New Year's, I am in Utah or Colorado skiing. Totally missing that right now. Yeah, are ski hills open anywhere? I assume that because it's outdoors, they probably have some more leniency in even the hardest of lockdowns, right? I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
The resorts up on Mount Hood are open. I have a patient who works up there. I was talking about him yesterday.
Sounds like an awesome way to start a new year. Yeah, digital doc, you're not too shabby in that department for sure. Other days of the day today, it's No Interruptions Day, Leap Second Time Adjustment Day, Make Up Your Mind Day, National Champagne Day, and Universal Hour of Peace Day. Do you want to know Leap Second Time Adjustment Day? More details on that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you next hour on Gaming Morning Show. We'll have that for you. Now, we also have our premiere of our thank you video.
I cheated. And it's really interesting.
You couldn't wait?
A tease within a tease.
I also just somehow turned on my Google.
See, National Champagne Day, again, I mentioned this in the first hour. That's you. You shot at me, so I shot back. That's the way that weapons should be used.
Eye for an eye.
I was surprised National Champagne Day is today because, again, I would assume... I really like shooting the vases, I'm not going to lie. I would assume that, champagne sales are already up on New Year's, right? So you would save that for, May to try to spark champagne sales during, the summer.
That took a long time. Oh, boo.
It's like the proverbial shooting fish in a barrel, though. If we're already drinking champagne, might as well name it Champagne Day.
I'm going to get him. Oh, I got shot. Now, would any of you, and it could be outside of Times Square, because I'm looking through the American lens primarily, but there's a lot of people who go to Times Square in New York for New Year's, and then they, end up getting there at, an ungodly time, of the morning, and then they sit there in diapers to make sure that they can save their spot. Would you ever do that? Would you ever go to, the most popular spot, wait, be standing for hours? Because I don't think they even allow chairs in Times Square. I could be completely wrong on that.
I've had the chance to go, growing up in the Northeast and whatever, and it just nothing about it sounds appealing. Especially since that diaper part isn't accurate, people just pee in cups on the street. So there's that.
Literally, never. It looks horrible. I don't know. I think I probably would. The chance to be around that many people for that long would be kind of fun. I agree.
Dress as different.
I agree. The diaper thing doesn't sound terribly appealing, but it'd be interesting.
No.
New York, New Year's Eve is a cesspool of nasty.
New York, all year long is a cesspool of nasty. They just have an excuse on New Year's Eve. Yeah, we used to go to New York frequently when I was a kid, so it's, yummy.
See, and I like.
Actually went to college right outside of New York too, so we used to go into the city all the time, and that was always fun. lots of concerts. That was the coolest part.
We are 5+ hours away, just over 5 hours away from Chris M. Yee's Twitch Sings New Year's Eve finale. The last Twitch Sings event of the year, maybe. But definitely Twitch Sings going away at the end of the year. So Chris M. Yee's final event. Kiki, Low, Superphonic, others making an appearance on the show to sing. Austin Attack 12 will be on the show to sing, sporting the brand new mic. I watched Austin yesterday on Austin's stream and appeared a little concerned about the mic affecting the singing quality. So you can't change the equipment for the biggest event of the year. Got to go with what you know. Also, rumor has it that Look It's Mike O might have thwarted Superphonic's offer to sell the Rode microphone for 500 pounds.
It is currently in transit and should be here by the afternoon.
The afternoon today?
Yep.
Stick around tomorrow on Gaming Morning Show. Look It's Mike O sports a brand new microphone. Also, possibly tomorrow, Look It's Mike O won't be able to connect because he has a new microphone.
I'll just speak in sign language. It's fine.
I seriously try to not change things in the middle of the week because it just terrifies me that I'm going to be up all night troubleshooting because I can't get it to work.
Target dropped.
Can you imagine how long it takes to leave after the ball drop? These people aren't going home until the afternoon. I don't have that kind of dedication. No, that's true.
It clears out hella fast.
It does? I would have
Yeah.
thought the opposite.
No, people get out of there.
But it takes me like 2 hours to leave like a football game.
Yeah, that was always the running joke. Cause I've been in New York City on New Year's, but I didn't go to, actual like Times Square because I don't want to get peed on. And yeah, it clears out super fast, and they've got the guys in there like sweeping the streets, picking up all the confetti and stuff within like a half hour.
Same thing here. I got stung in the eye. I panicked and grabbed it, and minutes later, pain came. It was horrible. What is that? Oh, Pib. Okay. I was like, what is that regarding?
As a kid, I got stung in the head by hornets.
Are we talking about bees
the
again?
Bugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one took me a second. I was like, on New Year's Eve, you got stung in the eye by someone in New York City? I was very confused, Dr. Chick. Now I'm on the same wavelength. It is 7:51 West Coast time, 10:51 on the East, and 3:51 in the UK. I am Ryan, that is Mike and Sean. It is Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. In about 30 minutes, we'll debut our premiere of the thank you video for 2020. We can't say enough thank yous your way. I got sports here in a little bit, but I did think of one other thing that was unique about New Year's Eve for me. I worked a radio shift New Year's Eve 1999. And guess what everyone was super worried about?
It was real cold.
No.
It was pretty cold that night. I remember.
I mean, they were worried that it would become really cold because the computers were going to shut down.
Shingles.
Shingles.
They were worried about shingles.
Actually, everyone was
Roofing
eating citrus,
shingles?
so they didn't have to worry about it.
Close
I actually got on the news on that night because we went to talking about like weird traditions in towns. Scranton, Pennsylvania has a tradition where they drop a lump of coal, and then at midnight it breaks open and there's a beautiful diamond inside. Because Scranton isn't. I mean, now it's known for The Office, but it used to be known for its coal production. And we were on the square, and at midnight I checked my ATM. Because my bank account, because I thought it would be funny, and then there was a news crew who was like, "Can we interview you?" And the lady's like, "Why did you check your ATM?" And I was like, "Oh man, I was afraid all my money was gonna be gone." And so yeah, and then my mom was like, "I saw you on the net." It was great. Great.
I like your mom's voice.
My mom's voice was very similar to that. Michael Patrick, what are you doing? Nothing, Mom. I'm sorry.
I was talking about Y2K.
Oh,
This
that
was not shingles. Why do I work with you?
I really like your Patreon thing there too.
Yeah, it's less than
$2
busting some
Patreon
kneecaps
to
apparently.
replace us. Jerk.
But anyway,
$6.
the whole night, all I did was check in with people from power companies. That was that because we were a news station too, and so that's what they had me
Like,
doing. Is
legitimately?
yeah,
Or
I'd call it 10:30. Hey, the power. Are you worried about anything? No, still not. But we're gonna be here. 11:30. Hey, you worried about it? 12:01. Everything fine? We're still on the air. That was my role on Y2K New Year's Eve. I had to do that one. No, it's
Was that
interesting.
you, or was that like a higher up thing?
Oh yeah, no, it was my mandate. Yeah, that was the program director's call. Which I mean, everyone was worried. I mean, people were legitimately concerned about Y2K. Like it was a big
It's
deal.
true.
For sure.
It's yeah. Bananas.
I have been to Scranton before, by the way, but I've never experienced the festivities as you.
Yeah,
you laid
no,
them out.
they drop the coal, and then there's a diamond, and then who really cares? Because it's Scranton, Pennsylvania.
All right. Well, I'm happy I confide in you and share all of the moments of my life just to be made fun of. Sports yesterday, Becky Hammon became the first woman to direct an NBA team because Greg Popovich was ejected with 3:56 remaining in the second quarter of the Spurs' loss to the Lakers. It was LeBron James' 36th birthday, had 26 points, 5 rebounds, Lakers' third double-digit victory of the year. Becky Hammon is very much speculated to be likely the first head coach of an NBA team in the future, if not the replacement for Popovich when he leaves the Spurs. The Premier League made it clear that it doesn't intend to suspend competition despite being forced to call off a second game this week amid concerns across England after a fast-spreading new variant of the coronavirus, according to the Associated Press. Fulham's game at Tottenham
Sure.
Tottenham
Tottenham.
had to be postponed on Wednesday while the
Call 'em
government's
Spurs.
government's tightening of coronavirus restrictions meant no Premier League stadiums will be allowed to have fans going forward. Coastal Carolina's head coach Jamie Chadwell is the football coach of the year, according to the Associated Press. Helped the Chanticleers to a surprising near-perfect season. The college football playoff semifinal in Texas will be allowed to be called the Rose Bowl game, but Pasadena officials don't want the New Year's event relocated in the future. They really like them Rose Bowl. Like, they like their Rose Bowl. There is a lot of protections about the brand of the Rose Bowl. And Zdeno Chara is signing with the Washington Capitals. The former Bruins captain says his team has decided not to move on, or has decided to move on. Chara was a big part of the Stanley Cup winning team in 2011. And that is your sports!
There's also some somber news. Lindsey Vonn and PK Subban, whatever, he plays for the he plays for the Devils. They've called off their engagement. Yeah,
I didn't know they were engaged.
I didn't either, but I just happened to see it online.
I don't know, Sean, how you're feeling about this, but Maiko seems to be the leader in the clubhouse for our gossip correspondent.
I am the gossip girl.
It seems to know like all the dish, as the kids say, all the tea.
Yep. I'm
right.
out of those loops for sure.
All right,
I read it too much.
we're stepping away. We'll come back with our final hour of 2020, including our thank you video to all of you who have joined us this year. It is Maiko. It is Sean. It is Ryan. It's Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv on Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Back for the final hour. Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. 8:03 West Coast time, 11:03 on the East, 4:03 in the UK. Sending out some shout-outs into the chat. Big thanks to Pib and Dacenix for joining us among many, many others this morning on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Also, big shout-out to DRG_games for following us on Twitch. Had a chance to watch DRG host some Jackbox games yesterday, and I enjoyed it very much, and I'm looking forward to hosting some Jackbox games on our channel in the near future. Mike O from Look It's Mike O in the bottom left. You can find Look It's Mike O on Twitch at Look It's Mike O. And the rest of us, Sean, myself, eager to share with you our premiere of our thank you video that you can find on YouTube after today's show as well. We had fun making our YouTube video yesterday of itwasprettyok.com. So if you're looking for Alien Anonymous on Twitch, you can always go to the actual site or just type in itwasprettyok.com. My friend Travis had a good idea. It said that should try to aggregate the data from like Rotten Tomatoes, throw it onto a website, and then it just populates, released movies, just throws the titles up, and then every review would just be, it was pretty okay. You could do that. Set up a bot, automatic. Let's go.
I'm down.
It is New Year's Eve, so hope everyone has a safe and as good of a New Year's Eve as you're possibly able to do. I installed lights in my garage yesterday. One is slightly askew, but for someone who is absolutely not handy, I take that as a win. I played a lot of really bad Apex Legends games yesterday, like much worse than normal. And I listened to part of the Full Circle podcast from thegamefanatics.com, and our friend Wallstormer was on there, which was pretty cool. So, all things considered, I had a pretty good Wednesday night.
Nice. We went and test drove a car we've been looking at, and we liked it. Didn't get it yet, but we found out that if we got it in the next 5 days, it comes with adult season passes to one of the resorts up on Mount Hood. And I'm like,
you've been waiting for the sign.
That would be cool.
Now you have
Take
the
new
sign.
car up snowboarding.
That's a pretty fun deal right there. Jeez.
Yeah, right.
Mike, did you have a
I hear
good,
they give
good
you, like,
Wednesday?
a hoagie. Is that Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesdays are great. I think Wednesday was good. We did some stuff.
Did some things.
And we talked to each other. And I streamed a little bit last night. No, I didn't. You're right. I didn't. We just played.
I didn't say you were wrong.
Cold War. No, I corrected myself. No.
Did you just tell yourself that you were right?
No, I was bad, Mike.
Have you ever seen the movie Inside Out?
Yes.
I would like to have the characters that are in Mike's brain sometimes just show up and give us.
You really wouldn't.
You're right.
But no, it was good. I made some carnitas for dinner last night, which was amazing. We made it in the Instant Pot. It's so good.
So good.
And then I talked to some weirdo on the phone for like 40 minutes.
Hi, that's me. Mike and I had a
Hey.
good conversation yesterday.
It was good. We talked about life and donkeys and stuff.
All right. I promised to tell you more about one of the days of the day today, which is Leap Second Time Adjustment Day. This is from nationaldaycalendar.com. The majority of the world measures time solely based on a 24-hour day in which each hour contains 60 minutes and each minute contains 60 seconds. That measurement is just too simple for accurate time measurement, though. So since about 140 AD, scientists have attempted to break down the hours in the day into a consistent and precise means of measure. Due to the variability of the Earth's rotation, measurement of the 24-hour day is not an exact science. There is some dispute over the validity of leap second adjustments. Some years, scientists do not make adjustments, but if they do, then it's done on either June 30th or December 31st. Between 1972 and 2020, scientists have added 27 leap seconds. Another factor impacting the atomic clock is the fact that the Earth's rotation is slowing, which means the length of our day is getting longer. In 2020, scientists determined that no leap second was needed.
Fascinating.
Cool.
So search hashtag leap second time adjustment day. Did you see some of these ways to celebrate? You could watch an episode of Quantum Leap. You could play the game Leapfrog. You could listen to Leap of Faith by Bruce Springsteen. You could leap for joy. You could sing the 12 Days of Christmas and see if you remember which day leaps. You could take a leap of faith.
Ryan, will you play Leapfrog with me later?
Just like we do every night. What are we doing tonight, Braid? Or the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yeah, that one.
Days Next, absolutely. Your shout out is definitely in there. And one more for Chris, or the first one for Chris M.E., because that is the event tonight. In fact, this afternoon, if you're in Pacific time. You have to be dead or in jail to miss this, and if you're in jail, please break out. The Gaming Morning Show does not condone breaking out of. We're going to play a gunfight 3v3 snipers. I'm sorry, Sean, but we're going to do it because there's 3 of us. We're going to shoot them with the snipers. But
if you're in jail and you're watching this but have to break out to watch that at 1 p.m., you're in a really weird jail.
It's a very strange jail. Yeah.
if you're in weird jail, break out.
You're in weird jail and you're watching this right now.
Oh, Chris M.E., or your ears burning because we just gave you your shout out. Twitch.tv/Chris M.E. He had a 12 Clips of Christmas special, which I did mention a couple days ago, if not yesterday. And someone, I think it might have been Fishy McFish, saying, I love you, Chris, ye, and had this like little cadence that now is an alert sound on Chris M.E.'s stream. I thought Fishy was saying Chrissy, like a term of endearment. Like, oh, I love you, Chrissy. Nope. I love you, Chrissy. Yeah. We actually planned that. Chris M.E. and I did. He knew to show up at this time, so.
It was spot on.
The prediction. Well, you can see the counter in the top right corner of your screen. 4 hours, 49 minutes, 13 seconds away from Chris M.E.'s New Year's Eve Twitch Sings finale. Special guests, the like of Kiki Low, Superphonic, Austin Attack 12, and more will be singing in the final Chris M.E. Twitch Sings event. Gonzo has made an appearance as well. Good morning, Gonzo. Thanks for being here on Gaming Morning Show. We are asking you what your New Year's Eve traditions are, typically.
I died.
That guy is doing 360s and jumping around, and that was crazy.
It's the second
yikes.
leap day.
Are you in weird jail? Do we have the show for you? It's now Gaming Morning Show's choice to send you that way. Are you just going fist?
Ooh, we got some. Oh, no. I got up at the wrong time. He's far right.
Nice work. Winners!
I'm on it.
Good morning, Gonzo. Like I said, Chris M.E. is here. Dason X is here. Good morning, Sports.gaming. Ryan just reading the chat. Yeah, and I think I'm right. I agree with you, Day. Like, I might be underplaying just how important today's stream is, too, because y'all have been, part of the Twitch Sings community for quite some time. So.
Did.
Oh, through the subway train.
Nice, Mike.
Oh, Chris M.E. used to do Disneyland for every New Year's. That could be a lot more fun than Times Square.
I mean, it's probably a lot more sanitary, too.
Chris M.E., did you have to wear a diaper when celebrating? Nice work.
Nice.
Who was that? Is that you, Sean?
Punch him in the face.
No one lies down on Sean. This was a pretty good snipe, though, I won't lie.
Nice shot. Are we snipers now?
I punched a guy. I don't think so.
Did we just become best snipers?
Oh, I'm dead. I wasn't even ready. I was still goofing off.
You got me back,
never
though.
mind. Uh-oh.
That was a good run of us being the best snipers in the game. We had a good 1-round run. That was it.
Uh-oh.
Ah, there's 2 people.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't... Oh, I actually thought you almost gave us some hope. Sean, if
Ooh, he almost got 2 there.
you're in a jail. where you can watch this show, but not watch another show. You're in a weird jail. Yeah, we've talked about different... Oh, this is not a sniper, is it?
What is this?
Oh, I gotta get the phone. I'll be right back. It definitely shoots like a sniper.
Yeah, it's. I think it's like a marksman equivalent.
I killed somebody.
Uh-oh. I'm by myself.
All by myself.
We went different directions, but I like both of them.
I'd throw a grenade, but I don't have one.
Behind you. To your right. The other behind you.
I had no clue where you were calling out. I'm sorry.
I think he was down in the middle.
So Disneyland proper was like mini Times Square. You'd wait 4 hours in front of the castle just for the midnight fireworks. It was miserable, but the festivities of Disney California Adventure were much more chill. Like Epcot would be a pretty fun place to spend New Year's, right? Because they always have nightly fireworks, I think, at Epcot, too.
Oh, baloney. I
Sorry.
disagree.
Oh, I avenged you and I got sideswiped. Good luck.
Mike's going for the mean kills. Oh. Watch behind you, Mike.
They don't make those melees like they used to.
I know, right? This is ridiculous. Is this even regulation size?
All right, I'm going to shoot at someone this round.
All right, so who
Oh,
are you
another
most
new-
excited about for today's show, Chris? Like, who are you most eager to hear sing? Yeah, Epcot's got to be a party. I think that's where I'd want to spend my Disney time.
This is bad.
I told you that the snipers was not going to be fun, but you know what? We're here. We're trying. That's all that matters. You just got to give it a try. That was a good shot.
Jeez. Quick sniping.
Oh, as you're falling down the stairs, rough.
Dang, son.
That guy get us all.
There's more?
That wasn't it. That,
I've died a lot. I feel like. Can I just throw my gun at them? They're on the left side.
Hit one.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
nice work.
Yeah. Dang
Did we
it.
get simultaneous kills, Mike?
I think so. Don't watch this.
So yeah, you shot him at the same time.
I
No, that was-
killed the wall.
That was best play. Best play.
Oh, so we got some votes for Kiki in the chat as the
Ooh, I got shot.
one to watch on Chris
Stinking.
He's stream. Nice shots.
Oh.
Shout out Kiki as well. You can find Kiki Low on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kiki Low. We're gonna play community games after this game is wrapped up. That's one thing I meant to
Behind
do
you.
is. Oh, on the stream! Oh, boo! Why did it have to be on the stream?
Assassination.
Oh, I gotta turn those off. Can I turn those off? I'd like to turn those off. Oh, ugh. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get you ready for our thank you video because we cannot say thank you enough. Let's play community games first, and then we'll go from there. I was going to do photo complete because yesterday we had fun with don't let the person floating in the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And unless photo complete does, as we are concerned it might, become super redundant, then we should be in pretty good shape. So we're going to play some photo complete. If you've never done that with us before on the show, it works this way. We pull up a list of pictures that are searched on Flickr, and then we get a feel for what the movie or the book or the phrase might be that people are trying to guess. So this is the most viewed or searched for, I should say, photos on Flickr. What do you guys think? What's the official statistic? 78% of the time they make sense every time?
Steel. It's good.
Steel.
That American finch was pretty good.
Yeah, that one's right there. Yeah, so this is what American pie looks like. Is you look at the American bird and then the pie, which is maybe a tattoo on that foot. Do you want a foot pie, Sean?
That just sounds rude.
Pass.
All right, here's number one. The timer starts as it gets revealed. This is a movie, How to Blank Your Blank. And the hosts get to see it for a full minute before we can guess. You can go ahead and throw your guesses right away into the chat. Kiki Lowe has made an appearance in the chat again. Hope your games were going well, Kiki. Austin is someone that people are looking forward to on today on Chris Yee's stream. So we got some How to Train Your Dragon. That one makes sense, and we are already underway trying to beat our high score of 19,000, which is not actually our high score. Didn't we get like 30-something thousand the other day? So, fire the tabulators, am I right? Did you get some dubs, Kiki? Were you able to light off the fireworks?
Get them dubs.
Oh, we got a Don't Rock the Boat from Hofbrew and Dacinex.
Gotta be it, right?
Yep, we got that one too. We are on a roll. Photo complete, and so far, no repeats too. We got to make that theme song. There's that concentration game that my daughter plays with friends where it's like something, no repeats, concentration.
Yeah, I love that song. Is that the answer to the next one?
I'm excited, but I also just woke up, so I'm very tired. Chris ME not able to show you the full excitement that is there.
Fair. That's fair.
It's deep within, though.
All right, we got Bigger Fish to Fry coming in from Hofbrew, and we are 3 for 3. Congratulations, Gonzo. Plat 4 yesterday in Apex Legends. No small accomplishment, certainly. All right, this one's a phrase. Blank in a blank.
I think we're going 4 for 4.
I think it's going to be spider hair in a half dome.
Grass in a farm. That's what it is.
Oh, we already got needle in a haystack.
Heroes in a
Dacinex,
half shell.
Turtle power.
Dacinex and Hofbrew are crushing it right now. Hofbrew is killing it. This one's music. I like how the music stops right when that happens. This one's music. No, it's not. Ooh, Dacinex go man on the moon. Crushing it. Have we even had one that we've missed on? Like we typed in a word and it
No.
wasn't right?
Nope.
Okay, hear my children yelling at each other.
That's normal.
No lies,
Those
just
are
the
good. Those
truth.
are good yells.
Yeah, we'll see how Austin's new microphone is on the Chris ME show. Ooh, we got Bigger Fish to Fry as a guess. And nailed it with a question mark in there, but Hofbrew is crushing photo complete right now. There's no stopping Hofbrew 19. You can only hope.
Jesus, was that you?
One day I'm going to change my sleep schedule around and catch more than the last hour or less of you. Hey, don't worry. Nintendo Nerds has been making a living off of that, only catching the 8 o'clock hour. We're just gonna name it the Nintendo Nerds hour. All right, costs an arm
Nintendo Nerds, 15 minutes.
and a leg. Why was that the arm? I don't even know if you guys got a chance to see it. We've been hitting these so fast so far. Costs a hair and a graffiti wall. Nice where Gonzo had it too in that list. Yeah, I mean, Chris ME, to kind of prove your point, though, you did miss our story about Beetle-mounted cameras.
True.
You also missed how the Wisconsin quarterback dropped the Duke's Mayo Bowl trophy. I didn't finish off the one aspect of that, which I'm going to put this back in the chat. This is the video. That is a really long link. Holy cow. But that is the video of the quarterback dropping it. They ended up replacing it with... Oh, yeah. Whoops. I also just threw the pictures off the screen. The team replaced the crystal that was shattered with a Duke's Mayo container.
It was much better.
All right, we got Def Leppard coming in from Dacinex. Oh, it was not. That was not Def Leppard, unless I'm spelling leopard wrong. Leopard, right? We got headset kitties.
Headset.
Oh, it's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie.
Ear cats. The critically acclaimed ear cats.
Aristocrats? Aristocats?
I don't know.
All right, we missed this one. Our first skip is Black Panther. So if you're looking for a picture of black on Flickr, you get headphones. I agreed with that. And then, of course, when you're searching for panther, you get leopards. Although that could be some sort of...
It's not even a panther.
Well, it could be a species of panther. I don't know. All right, here we go. This
Maybe
one is
the
a
panther
phrase.
has shingles.
You're right. That was a Disney production.
Not wrong.
I read that Dason X as that was dodo, and I was like, no, that wasn't a dodo bird. That was a panther or a leopard. And then I was like, oh, doo-doo.
This
Ooh.
might be a dodo bird.
Bird of a feather.
Do they flock together?
I'm guessing maybe birds of a feather. Yeah,
Birds.
nailed
yeah,
it.
it's
Yep.
Plural.
All right,
Kind of
this
weird to have a bird of a feather.
this one is books. A blank in blank. The drama.
Bridge
The
over
focus.
troubled water.
A
What do you
bridge
think that
over
lady's
in a
smelling? Is that yarn?
old man in the she. No, it starts with A.
A wrinkled. Oh.
Oh, is it?
A
Oh, we're gonna just try it. Nice work, Mike. Sounding it out.
and I
Thinking
was
it
just
through.
trying to be funny.
Day, a man and woman from the Triple X series of Photo Complete. This is music. I got this one if no one else does, but I think someone else will have it as well. Yep. Days next house
Mansion of the Rising Sunrise.
mansion of the. We are up to 30,000. No one said we could do it, y'all, but we came through with Photo Complete.
When they didn't believe in us, we
This-
banded together.
This is what they gave us. This is like the most literal Photo Complete we've ever had.
They couldn't.
They couldn't
up
even
with
come up with
something
one for close. I can't spell cigar, but there we go. All right, here we go. Pull
Close, but
the
no Cuban.
blank over your blank. It's a phrase. Now we're gonna cap this. We have 4 minutes left to see how high we can get.
Oh gosh.
I don't think it's wool eye.
Pull the yarn over your pupil.
Pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah, had to be plural. Okay. Nice work, Hofbrew. I like how Hofbrew's getting sick of getting them all correct, that now it's just putting the words that need to be added in instead of actually the full-blown phrase. It's like, this is getting so easy. I'm going to change things up. I'm exhausted from all the typing. How do you think this game has gone so far?
Yeah, it was pretty okay.
It's pretty okay. Books. A blank grows in...
It's
like It's like a collage. A tree grows in Brooklyn, and Nintendo comes in here and makes a splash with a tree grows in Brooklyn. Welcome to the Nintendo Nerds Hour of Gaming Morning Show, soon to be known as the co-branded Nintendo Nerds Chris M. Yee Hour of Gaming Morning Show. Phrases is this one, full of blank, blank.
Poop? No.
Someone was, you can't see it, but someone's defecating right by that tree. It's in
Yeah,
the background.
in the
You can kind of
back
see,
corner.
yeah, you can kind of see the head poking out.
Full of trees in Brooklyn. No. I think that's
Full of trees in Brooklyn. It is a phrase, full of blank blank. 20
I
seconds.
just realized they put the name of like the artist or whoever put the picture on these. I kind of want to reach out to some of them and be like, you know, this isn't a panther, right? This is a leopard.
I wonder how the metadata does work. That is actually a good point.
It does include that, because the one that was we had like Fry, something Fry. The person's name ended in Fry.
Oh. Any guesses, host?
Mm-mm.
Full of hot air.
Absurd.
Hot air!
Yeah.
Kiki! Whoa!
Yeah.
It's cracked! Oh my gosh, what a swoop in, Kiki. She was low-key playing her Apex, turned around, looked at that, and said, you know what?
Boo.
Bam!
Oh. Got this one.
Clicking on heads and clicking on photo complete. Boom!
The Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yeah, the Beach Boys. I was like, you're not far off. All right, let's see how many we have. 1 minute left. 1 minute left to get our high score. We're already up to 44,000. Someone please remember what our actual high score is, since apparently it's not keeping that anymore.
45,000.
Wish I was correct. All right, phrases. Photo complete.
Really? They're really not trying at this point.
No one's ever gotten this far in photo complete. It usually quits working at some point.
It's like, what do we do? I don't know, just give a picture.
We're getting consensus. I just hit 8:30. This is our last one. Last one.
There's not even like no words.
It's books. Where's Nintendo Nerds? Page Nintendo Nerds. Nintendo Nerds, stop walking the dog. Look at your phone. Nintendo, we need you.
Hand church. So my favorite
Is this
book in the world.
this like was it Shutter Island the other day?
No, there's no Shutter. It's
Well,
Hand Island.
Ooh, Love Castle.
Love boat. Love boat.
at the
exciting
Love
and
Castle. Yeah. Oh, I Shutter Island. Isn't that what I just said?
new. Yeah, let's give it a shot. See what happens. And
Was
what's
that a
the worst
book?
that can happen, right? Sure,
Nintendo, you're needed. Nintendo, you're needed.
Why haven't you
3,
come back yet?
2, 1. Treasure Island. Oh, clearly.
Because that's obviously a treasure map.
Clearly treasure. Picture perfect. Nice feed at the very end. All right, it's Gaming Morning Show. It is 8:31 West Coast time, 11:31 on the East Coast, and 4:31 in the UK. Thanks for everyone watching on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. All right, here's the deal. Sean and I jumped on the air really late in August. I think it was the last day of August was technically our first show. Does that sound right to you?
That holds up.
Yeah, and so we've been on for just over, or just about 4 months. In fact, today would be our 4-month anniversary. So we wanted to say to everyone, Hofbrew will keep this. Our official stenographer, thank you. 46,000 Hofbrew, 46K, if you can remember that for us.
46K.
And we just wanted to do a morning show. This is again in the vein of the shows that you might have listened to on the radio, FM radio, with music playing between segments, and instead of music we just play games. Sean and I are brothers-in-law, and then about a month ago Maiko decided he wanted to hang out with us too, and we said absolutely, and it's been a lot of fun to have you here, buddy. So thank you so much for being here. I do want to add too, to everyone who's supported us and been on the stream day in and day out. It's been super fun, but I will admit, Sean, that my favorite parts have been being able to go out into everyone else's stream, and really it's helped my mental health, it's helped my happiness levels. I'm excited for today, like Chris E. That's why we're promoting that stream that Chris is doing today. It's been a fun adventure, Sean, and I appreciate you being willing to be here with us. So
It's been a lot of fun, and I think what's great about it is it feels like a all-day thing. Like, yeah, we do the show, but then the rest of the day I'm thinking about it, or I'm engaging in people's streams, or I'm engaging with people on Twitter, or I'm, making plans for next year. So I really enjoy the fact that, like, this has become part of our daily routine and our daily lives, and I really enjoy doing this every day with you guys.
So, as many organizations do, they get together at the end of a year and they put their best foot forward to show you how much they appreciate them by an end of year video. And Gaming Morning Show, we're no different.
A message from Gaming Morning Show.
Hi,
I'm Ryan from Gaming Morning Show. On behalf of everybody at GMS, a big thank you to you and everyone who's spent time with us this year.
Hi, I'm Sean from Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News Division, and I'm here to thank you for all the time you've shared with us. Whether it's sharing with us what you do on your stream, introducing us to other streamers, or heck, joining us in chat, or even guest hosting.
Oh, wow, kind of forgot that there's just pretty much the two of us, so probably not big enough staff-wise for one of these big corporate thank you videos.
There you go. Gaming Morning Show says thank you at the end of the year. We kind of looked at the roster. We realized we were a little thin by the time we started filming that. Mistakes were made.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. I want to say low-key supporting actor to Mike O for hopping in there as well. You did an amazing job. Can I tell you one of my favorite things is I am not a great editor. And in fact, I don't love it a ton either. But it is fun to get the idea in your head out there. And I'm like, I wonder if I can find a clip of Mike O looking skeptical. It took me like 3.4 seconds.
Not that hard. Not that hard.
But we led off, if you heard what Sean said in there, we led off with this idea. We are so happy we get a share in what you all are doing as well. But I know, too, that there's people who are lurking or hanging out that maybe aren't participating in chat, too. We appreciate everyone. It's just been so much fun to have this show be somewhat well received and a place that people come back to, and then obviously, like I said, being able to go out there and participate in other streams as well. If you enjoyed the video, of course, as a good social media streamer would say, it is on our YouTube page right now. You can go and watch it and share it if you want to as well. Also, really want to have you watch the one from yesterday because it was pretty okay. I'm so excited. Thanks so much for everyone who's been with us for the course of our first year, and we'll look forward to 2021. We're going to have some events planned for 2021, and we're expecting to get that announcement out on Monday if you're able to tune in to the show. I like whoever said awkward. Sounds like Sean and me to the T.
It was so much fun. Oh, and there's so much more that didn't make the cut that at some point we should probably piece together an outtakes.
Days and X, I came with an expectation. You guys delivered. It was pretty okay. Cringy yet beautiful. Oh, Pib, you missed it. Go to our YouTube page. It's right there on the front page now, and you can see. I'm gonna actually make that our featured video since I think it kind of shows the ridiculousness that we have on the show. So,
what map do you guys want to play?
I think KGB would be fun.
I'm gonna do the left one. It's fine.
Editing 4 of 10.
The right one.
Spending a bunch of time editing one specific moment for maximum comedy so that you cackle at it. 10 of 10. You know who gets also supporting awards for this whole thing is Sean and my wives. Because every time
you have to look at every version of that video.
Look, this is the rough cut. This is the rough cut 2.0.
Oh, cool, guys. That one was so different from the last one.
What'd you actually even add, huh? So, I like Gonzo, too. Rip, Maiko. Sorry, buddy. I promise.
It was great being on the show with you guys. If you head over to the other gaming morning show, which will debut tomorrow,
Could you name?
OGMS.
Could you?
We were gonna invite you to my backyard to film, but didn't think
gotcha,
you'd make it
yeah.
there in time.
Could you?
Long drive.
Could you actually name it another gaming morning show? That'd be great.
I mean, probably.
That's you. Oh, right in the face.
Oh gosh.
Which
Good
version
catch,
of this
Ryan.
game is it? Okay, I see.
It's the kill confirmed one.
It's the one where I don't have to wait to come back. Gotcha.
Well,
Bad guy.
Are we only playing against one other person?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, change. No, I'll just use the. What is this gun? Oh, it's the Diamata thing. Well, this is exciting. And he's not even.
He's
Oh, we
AFK.
got two now. We got two now.
No, we don't. You're lying.
oh yeah, we do have two, and that's Mike.
I'm sniping with a pistol. This is exciting.
This is a good chance for me to warm up my my Mac 10.
Hofbrew thought that was a park.
Oh,
He didn't know it was your backyard. He thought it was a park.
Oh yeah, no, that's my backyard.
I mean, in Hofbrew's
the-
defense, he's not
It's a
been
very
able to
nice
come
backyard.
to the backyard, so
Yeah. At the very beginning, that the water is the creek that's in the backyard, and it's a lot of fun.
some
Sounds
say
real nice when you're out on the deck.
some say a creek runs through it.
Some say a crick runs through it.
Nope, nobody says that anymore, do they? Nope, not Ryan.
there are now three of them. But I'm still gonna come assassinate this guy again.
Don't assassinate people. It's rude. And vulgar.
Unless they
But
really,
now-
really deserve it.
But now I got the guy with the creepy mask.
Everything's fine. Chris said me. Stay tuned for AGMS. Coming up tomorrow on Twitch.
Oh.
No, I seriously think about this too as like I feel like I have absolutely no transferable skills into the world of like talent other than being able to talk into a microphone. And so like watching people like Pib and Austin Attack and anyone who can sing or does like cooking streams or can host and play games at the same time, like I'm just sitting here like in marvel of the talent that's out there in the streaming world too. That's why it's been so much fun. Super phonic playing a 3.5 hour show, right? Like it's just absolutely amazing what y'all can do. I guess I should have been used to it since Sean can basically do everything. So,
The ability to do everything, not confirmed.
quality
But it's
gameplay
something
not
I-
guaranteed.
I am gonna have to pull out the guitar and do something with that at some point.
Yeah, I'm still excited for our first woodworking stream. Sean the Woodsman.
God, that can't catch on. That's so bad. I'm just glad more people haven't heard of that movie.
There's someone to my right in the corner. Why? Why are you there? Why are you there? Oh no. Oh no.
I hear bases breaking. Ryan must be nearby.
So Chris, is there going to be are there going to be prizes for the stream tonight or this afternoon?
Can I just have one anyway?
That's true, Chris. Yeah, Chris saying that it's great to see people start streaming and then get comfortable enough to share those extra talents too. Oh. Someone put AGMS in the bathroom stall already. Off-brewed it. That's some of that grassroots marketing. Were you shooting at me, Mike?
No,
Okay,
I was shooting at that guy.
Was that guy named Hefty Goof?
No.
I heard someone die in front of me.
So I've been slowly trying to fully level up all of my submachine guns because it's my go-to class of weapon, and I just started the Mac 10 during this round, and man, it kicks back.
Well, so you can do loadouts in this game?
Yeah.
No. Only if you bought the loadout version.
How much does that cost me, Mike?
$8,000.
Okay, so broken kneecap 6. $8,000 for a version of the game that lets me do loadouts.
There will be discounts on the kneecap price as well. $255 if you only want one kneecap.
That didn't
And
work.
during summer months, it's buy one get one. I heard.
During the slow season.
There's the Steam holiday sale and Mike busted kneecap sale. Oh no, Hofbrew
It's
put
extra if you want me to dress as Santa Claus.
Hofbrew put put the Woodsman on the bathroom stall for you already. So there you go. Prizes, punch and pie. No planned prizes. Maybe I can send a prize. Whoever wins wins Chris ME's New Year's Eve Twitch Sings finale gets their own URL. Thanks for being here. Gaming Morning Show's 8:45 West Coast time, 11:45 on the East. We have Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, the recap of the massive amount of headlines.
We playing again?
Do we?
I can find more questions.
It's coming up in about 5 minutes from now. I did tell you I was going to talk about these transparent OLED screens. It's kind of a fairly boring story, but they apparently have like screens that now are between, people in restaurants. And I don't know if this is pandemic related. Maybe it is. But like you go to a sushi restaurant and there's an OLED screen that's in front of you that you can interact with, but then the chef is on the other side. And so it might just be simply for ordering. But this also talks about, this is from Engadget's Richard Lai. Diners will browse menus, enjoy videos on the big screen, also watching chefs prepare food behind the futuristic hygienic partition, thanks to its 40% transparency. Isn't that kind of crazy? I guess they've had them in places like there was a Subway that was referenced that they've been in for a while, and a lot of these have been more like showroom demonstration type things as opposed to like mass market. But still, that's kind of crazy to me.
I mean, that's actually, I don't know if you guys have been to Sushi Hana in Portland, but it's Megan and my favorite place in the universe, and it's one of those conveyor belt sushi places. And we were actually just talking last night, like, how do you still do that because of the pandemic? And that would be an awesome way to do it. Obviously, you couldn't sit at the counter, but that would be a pretty cool way to kind of get it done.
There's a sushi place here in Salem that we're a big fan of, and they're open in any way they can be, but the conveyor belt's not going, so it's just everything's to order now.
Yeah, the sushi here in Indiana just isn't the same. Ooh. They're just
Kiki, think of your liver. Sound advice. Especially in a show that's full of doctors paging digital games as well. It's nice to see Chris ME also coming through with some wise words. All right, one more time. Here's the shout out to Chris. Twitch.tv/Chris ME. Be
Chris
sure to
doing
tune
something
in.
tonight?
Yeah, I think there's something that's going on. So.
Oh no. Oh fudge.
All right, and then stay tuned after the show on Twitch. I'm going to send you over to Claire Witchbaby. She has been a supporter of the show, especially offline, if you will, meaning like helping me with advice and thinking through. I mean, she built a stream through the Twitch, through the Sims world that, she's been on for like 10 months or something and is already close to the partnership. So she's been working really hard wants to be a full-time content creator, but again, very kind person to us on Gaming Morning Show, and he's usually not on at this time, but because of the holiday, is streaming Sims 4 low-key. Fork 2020 is the title on the stream right now, so be sure to check in with her. We'll do that after our final games of the day, and then as you see in the corner, please support Chris ME and the stream coming up as well. I can't hey, no promises. You can't make promises you can't keep. That's a New Year's resolution, right? And then stay tuned on Monday too. Like I said, we're working on finalizing over the weekend what we want to do for 2021, so we'll have that information for you coming up on Gaming Morning Show on Monday. So it sounds like a lot of just low-key, food-based New Year's Eves, which makes absolute sense given the pandemic. Hope everyone stays safe and has as much fun as possible. I got tomahawked. I'm actually thinking maybe getting a bottle of rum could be kind of fun for tonight.
Might celebrate with a Miller High Life.
The champagne on National Champagne Day of beers. By the way, Hofbrew did have a hypothesis, which I actually think might be a good idea. Is apparently, champagne's a brand. It just has become synonymous with sparkling wines. And so maybe that is why it's National Champagne Day, is because it's a brand awareness type thing. Nintendo, that sounds like a problem for future Kiki. Well, Kiki, you've worked hard. Dr. Chick, I know you've been working hard. It sounds like Pib's got a lot going on too, so it sounds like you all deserve a much-needed break, and hopefully it manifests itself in a good way coming up tonight. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you. If you can join us and are part of the Not Dead metaphorical group post New Year's Eve, you can hang out with us in the morning. We will be here 6 a.m. Pacific time. I did, by the way, I was mentioning the crappy Apex games that I played yesterday. I did kind of treat yesterday. I just lit up their whole team. They all lined up for me. It was great. I was playing awful games, and I kind of forgot that we had a show, so I was still playing at like 11 or so, and I was like, oh, I'm not tired, let's keep going. And I was like, wait, I gotta get up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. I should probably get some sleep.
Might be time. Might be time. I went to bed early last night. It was nice.
Might play some King's Cup. Chris Amia's Superphonics Future Baby Mama. Please take care, Kiki. If you haven't seen that clip, go to Kiki's stream next time that Kiki is on and do command baby daddy. It's so funny.
I'm on fire.
I am trying to figure out which clip I like better. That one, or are you trying to get the D to work on the keyboard? Some great streams. And for the point of the clips too, Copia, who's a good friend of the show, does a clip of the week courtesy of Chris ME, and it looks like Chris ME does some good stuff with clip shows as well. I've only tuned into the 12 clips of Christmas, so I don't know if that's an ongoing theme, but either way, fun times to see again what everyone's doing. Sean actually cut up a clip and edited some things from the game that we were playing with Gunfight, where he got kicked out of the lobby and made it known to me right away that he was not in my game. I didn't hear. Played the whole game thinking that he was with me, saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm over here, look at this guy. And he was giving me clues the entire time that he was not in my game, but I was not aware. I need a D that works.
Running around trying to find people. Like, what do you mean he's on the left? There's no one there. It's a wall.
It's so funny. All right, 8:53, last segment of the show, 11:53 on the East Coast. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show, our last show of 2020. If you missed the thank you video, which we certainly appreciate everyone who hung out with us this year, be sure to go to our YouTube page, search Gaming Morning Show on YouTube, and it is there for hopefully you to enjoy and share. Let's close out with our gaming morning show, Morning Gaming Re-News. We do this segment every morning at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. It is the first thing that hits our YouTube post show, so if you miss it, you can watch it then. It is time to get informed with the latest exhaustive stint of news. Let's go back to the newsroom. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still Thursday, December 31st, 2020, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming Re-News. I'm going to steal a little bit from this day in gaming history. This day in gaming history in 2020, Ryan Hefty Goof beats Mike Look It's Mike O in the first ever Ryan versus Mike. There is no news, so we're going to play trivia and make them compete against each other, and theme song pending. Can we just recap what your buzz-in sounds were, Mike?
Beep, beep.
And Ryan.
Ooga.
Very nice. And that's it. There's nothing. No games out, no news, no nothing.
In her story.
And nothing to talk about.
I actually think I maybe had an unfair advantage because my buzzer sound was more voluminous than Mike's by nature. Like his has to be a little more low key, like more the beep beep. Right? Did I just sound like the Roadrunner?
You sure did.
Meep meep.
Yes.
Meep, meep.
Sound effects are my strength. Wait for channel points where anytime you want 500 channel points, I'll go neep neep. Yeah, no interruptions day, leap second time adjustment day, make up your mind day. I am actually a little disappointed in you two that you didn't keep the no interruptions day bit going the whole entire time. I expected better of you. You disappointed me in the last event of 2020. I'm ashamed.
First of all, hold on. You
sometimes
tried
I'm
to
a hard
replace me for $2, and then you said there's only 2 hosts for the show. So
Sometimes I have a hard time deciphering real annoyance versus playing it up annoyance. So I don't want to cross that line into just actually annoying you.
I don't think I've ever been actually annoyed in this show. This show has been so much fun to do. I would like to point out, Mike, if you watch the video, I was intentional about pretty much the two of us. So
Our script was very specific.
yeah, we ran through some incredible iterations. We had our best people working on it to make sure that there were no omissions or mistakes, because we've never made a mistake on this show. Some of the birthdays today: Sir Anthony Hopkins is 83, Sir Ben Kingsley is 77, Bebe Neuwirth is 62, Val Kilmer turns 61. Stay tuned, 2021 Top Gun movie watching night. Psy,
2022.
Singer of Gangnam Style, 4 billion YouTube videos, turned 43. Donna Summer died this date. Oh, no, sorry. Had a birthday on December 31st. Died back in 2012. Actor Lance Riddick of Fringe and The Wire is 51. And Ricky Whittle of American Gods turns 41. And to full circle day in gaming history, it was very much stats-based and kind of getting an idea where video games are. From kpolson.com, 1981, 9% of U.S. households had a cartridge-based video game system. Of those 9%, 80% were Atari. 1990, the NES was at 27.5 million unit sales to date. That is not a U.S.-only number. But in 2003, video game systems in the U.S., Xbox had sold 8.6, GameCube had sold 6.8, and of course, as we all knew, the PlayStation 2 was the first game console released in the new millennia. So, or new millennium, right? I think.
Sure.
That's not even in that number. So you're already looking at 9 plus 7. I mean, that's like 16 million. So
31.
nothing gets past me.
Jason X, shoutouts. Anthony Hopkins in that list. Anthony Hopkins just recently also celebrated his 45th anniversary of being sober. And posted a really cool video about it. So Google that if you haven't watched that, because it's heartwarming and a good life message.
All right.
It's kind of amazing.
I'm going to do our end of year shout outs. I'm going to go shout out day instead of at shout out day. So that's DasonX. You can find DasonX streaming on Twitch. Shout out Digital Doc Games, focusing on the world of
Spam time.
games growing and connecting and healing. We got Dr. Chick. I hope you find some time to rest, play some video games, and hopefully some zombies with Sean and I. Kiki, I mean what I say. You have had an impact on my life, and clearly that's extended to the show. So thank you so much. You can find Super as well, streaming on Twitch. That is in the chat now. Oh, Nintendo, one of the originals. Thanks so much for everything that you've done, including guest hosting on Tuesday, which was a lot of fun. Be sure to check out Nintendo Nerds Mac and Backrolls, playing a lot of fun and good stuff on Tuesday and Sundays. Our buddy, he's right there. The third member of our family, Mike O. Look, it's Mike O on Twitch. You can find Mike O streaming old guy stuff in the evenings until he falls asleep. Pib, you are a true talent and absolutely amazing to watch on stream. Your caring for people comes across immediately when you get into your streams. I really appreciate you a whole bunch. And then I want to do one more thing, which is shout out Tracer, because Tracer hasn't been in our stream for a while, but Tracer has definitely been involved in all of our communities, and including one of the first to show up regularly on our channel. I really appreciate that. The last two that I want to do, this is IntelliGame. Wallstormer was our guest on Monday. Wallstormer is a really mindful person. His community, too, has that spread across all the way to Kim Chica, who you can find on Twitch, too. A very lovely person who makes you happy when you're in the streams. Wallstormer is someone that I hope I'll grow a relationship with in 2021, because Wallstormer is in the Pacific Northwest, too, which will be fun. So I want to make sure to give IG a shout-out. There's a Full Circle podcast with Wallstormer on it at thegamefanatics.com. And then, please, share some love to our buddy Copia. He is a highly caring individual, someone who needs to have your love right now. Send some hearts, send some thoughts, do some check-ins with our friend Copia, because, yeah, his channel's amazing. The way that he can build community is super impressive, and he has been in here lots as well. I have Austin Attack on this list. I have a whole bunch more people. We want to be a promotional vehicle for you. So if you ever have anything that's going on, please let us know. And tune in again on Friday if you're not tequila dead. And if you're ready on Monday, we will see you as well for hopefully some big announcements. If not Monday, it'll be on Tuesday. For Sean, for Mike, I am Ryan. Thanks so much for having fun with us. We will send you over to Claire Witch Baby. Seriously, please at least say hi from GMS. Claire has a tremendous heart. She works really hard on the stream and making a very inclusive place for people to come. I admire what she's working on. I don't have a clue how to play The Sims. I don't have a clue why people are doing it, but it's a game that she absolutely loves and her community loves. So be sure to say hi from GMS. And you can find our video on YouTube. Gentlemen, anything you want to say before we wrap up?
It's been a good year. I'm excited for next year and the things that are coming. Yeah, don't miss Monday. I think we'll have some big announcements and kind of a plan for the future year. So come check that out.
All right. Mike?
Just to this community, you guys have been amazing. 2020 has been a rough year for a lot of people, but you guys have made it a pretty wonderful year towards the second half, quarter, whatever. But yeah, the community is amazing. You guys have been phenomenal. Have a lot of fun tonight. Don't do anything too stupid. And if you need bail, Ryan is rich.
Yeah. Retweet. Nintendo, the only raid message I have is just say hello from GMS. That's all we need to do. She'll know what that means. All right, we're sending you over there now. Happy New Year. End of 2021. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. Have a great rest of your night.